Welcome guys, welcome. We're going to be looking at the latest demo of ZEPHON. This is demo 0.5. Essentially this is an alpha build. Very cut down, there's not a lot of content in here. I mean, there's a lot more content than what we saw last time with the last demo, but this is actually the latest demo. This is actually one worth picking up and having a test of over the next week. It's going to be coming out tomorrow or later today, depending on where you are in the world. So that will be coming in a matter of hours anyway. So this is going to be a live stream where I just go through what the demo has got. I think it'll still give you a lot of information about if you wanted to sort of look at the game in the future. Hi Mike, how are you going? And hi to anybody else that does join us as well. And so I'm just going to go through essentially the good, the bad, the ugly, the pretty. I've sort of labelled this one much more than a reskin of Gladius, because that seems to be a very common statement from people, is saying, "Oh, it's just Gladius with a with a different theme to it." It's much beyond that, and I sort of actually hope that at some point they make a Gladius 2 with some of the changes and even more changes of what they've actually brought into ZEPHON. So ZEPHON is actually quite an interesting game. Hi, Plinio, how you going? Right, so let's just go in. I think I'll just start a new game and then just go through and talk about what we have and what we don't have in this particular alpha. So if we just go back into here, you've got like a whole lot of different, you can now play single player and multiplayer in this one. You've got 3 different modes of multiplayer, like friends only, where you sort of can then invite your Steam friends with an invite code. And having played the Gladius multiplayer, it's quite a good system that they actually have for these games. Of course, this is the developer that made Warhammer 40,000 Gladius Relics of War. And they also made another game before that, Pandora, which was... This game is probably more similar to Pandora in the sense of the theme of what it actually is, but I'll go through what that is, and also why they haven't done a very good job of explaining the lore and the backstory of ZEPHON. And I think it does need that to be able to really just get a handle on what's going on. So I'll do my best to explain what I think the backstory is. I may be wrong about it, but that's what I think it is. Private, again, you can still invite people. You can send out invite codes to have a private game if you've got friends that have also got the demo. And again, this is just a demo that I'm showing through here. Public means that you basically end up going onto the server, and people can then just join freely from around the world or wherever whoever you like, again, you can still invite people, but essentially it's going to be open for people to then go and see. There is a chat room you can see through there when you actually go to any of the multiplayer areas. The full-on, I think that this is sort of like detailed mode of the of setting up a game. That's not available in the demo. So there's a lot of stuff that's not available in through here. There's only the basic parameters that we actually have in through this instance on this particular screen. Anyway, we're going to be playing a single player, so we'll just go that way. Difficulty, it's not an easy game, like none of the games are, from Pandora all the way through to Gladius and now through to ZEPHON. Medium is actually probably hard, like in essence. It's not a, you have to be very, very cautious when you play any of the games. And so this one, medium modifies the AI and native advantages, and so medium is no advantage or disadvantage given. As we come back through, you've got through this one here, you get a little bit of extra loyalty. So it's still got the same loyalty system. I mean, there are a lot of similarities to Gladius, but it's not just a reskin. So I'll go through the changes as we get into the actual game itself. This one gives minus 15 loyalty to the for the AI, which makes it very easy for the human player to then just move ahead and develop what they need to develop. Anyway, we'll play on medium in this instance. So you do actually have all of, you've got, sorry, that's the world size. If we just go to difficulty, you do actually have all of the different areas back and through here as well. And as you start to come up into hard, the AI then gets a bonus to loyalty, but also bonus to the levels of the units that they then build, and then so on and so forth all the way through into nightmare level, which is not good. So anyway, that's where we are with the difficulty levels. The world size, again, we only have up to medium. We don't have large and huge. Now, this game will be just as easy to mod as Gladius, so there will be a lot of mods for this game over time. So there'll be all sorts of world setup mods as well that will become available after it sort of does launch. There's a few mods that I can already sort of see that people will be building right from the very, very scratch. Like one of them is roads, for example. There are like this game, unlike Gladius, this game does actually have roads. You can build roads. There's roads on the map. There's roads through the cities. So when you build a city or build a tile to a city, Now it actually has a road system inbuilt, which is great because it never had that in Gladius and it really needed it. So building the roads is going to be really, really cool. I don't know how that's going to work crossing rivers. I haven't tested that actually. It'd be interesting to sort of see what does go on there. But it only gives a 0.8 multiplier. So instead of it being 1 movement cost, it's 0.8. So you're not getting a heap. I can see people actually making that a 0.5. So you get double movement through the roads. I would imagine that that would be what people will be modding to mod in pretty early on, I would imagine. So that's just from what I can sort of see. We'll play on a medium world. Yeah, we'll play on that one. The medium worlds are playable up to 4 players. Large and huge we don't actually have. You can play up to 8 players in the game. Is what it's been set up for. But again, I'm assuming that there's going to be people building all sorts of different weird and wonderful things in here as well. Now the actual landmass, again, we can't actually sort of go in and change this one. This is not available. And then the game speed as well. I would probably play this on slow if I had an option to be able to play this one through here. Now, in terms of the actual playable characters, this is where the game doesn't do a great job, to be honest, of explaining why and what you are doing and how this one then goes and works. For the Warhammer series, like with Gladius, it doesn't matter much because people sort of understand the lore intrinsically, they've got a feel about it. But what the problem is that they don't actually, in this instance, the lore is not really understood, but they don't do a good job of explaining it. And there's also, when you do choose an entity to play, there's nowhere in-game that shows you what that entity actually is. Not easy to find anyway. And so they do actually have different icons. So the icons are the only real thing that you end up having a look in through this other side. So when we click on this one, we have 4 different playable characters to play. They all play very, very differently. There are 3 themes, and I will talk about the backstory. I think I'll show the intro screen, and then I'll actually which is very confusing. The intro animation, because it doesn't actually explain anything much at all about what's going on. And then I'll come back. Maybe I'll do that first. That way you can sort of see what's going on. I'll just go into a random. Just choose a random. You can see there's 4 there that we don't have access to just yet. So I'll just have a random one through here. I will just start with maybe all of the different factions, just so you can sort of see the ones that we do actually have available, because they do have big differences between them, but there's also other things where they can borrow from each other, and it's a weird sort of system. I don't know if I like it or not. I really am on the fence about that one. Like I sort of sway between disliking it and then actually really liking it a lot, and then back and forwards a bit. Anyway, let's just go and get started. So we'll just go and start, and you just watch the video. Watch the video, and I'll then try to explain what's going on.
We were not ready for their divine judgment. We were tested, and almost everyone just failed. Their dark mysticism shattered an era of enlightenment and ushered in the dusk of the 21st century. Billions of lives were lost in a heartbeat, turned to ash, and cast away in the wind. Our soldiers were gone, but our weapons kept fighting, driven by an enigma in the networks. Their surviving forces waged a desperate crusade against the machines. We became bystanders to a relentless war. Now our world is an ever-twisting nightmare. Hellish threats lurk in every whisper and shadow. There is no glory, only survival. Deliver us from this trial. Reclaim our world for mankind.
So, what does all that mean? Essentially, when we go back there with the actual first screen. Oh, hi, ZXM, and Gajira. I hope you guys are doing well, and hope everyone else is doing well as well. Yeah, so what all that was is, and this is my understanding, there's very little information about the actual backstory. My understanding of the backstory is that massive big shape in the sky is, I think it's called the Axin or the Ashin or something like this. It's essentially like an eldritch group that has come. And I think that they invade Earth back at the, like in about sort of like 80 years time from now or thereabouts, 70 or 80 years from this point forward. And what actually then happens is humanity then fights against them. We do manage to bring that ship down, and so it crashes on the planet. And then a lot of their creatures then either escape or sort of do an invasion. And in the meantime, an AI is then built up and starts to then try to fight back against the invaders as well. And so when we have a look at that, we're looking at, first of all, humanity's response to this eldritch horror that has sort of appeared in the skies. We bring that one down. Then the AI with their robots then starts to fight that, but also sees all life as a threat, not just the eldritch life. And so the AI then becomes another threat as well. That's sort of in a nutshell, I think what that backstory is trying to sort of explain a little bit. So it's a bit of a hard one in that sort of sense to actually come to grips with, and so it's because it doesn't explain that well at all. But on the actual planet itself, then we've got essentially it's now been like maybe decades or so, years or decades afterwards, and humanity is now trying to survive. But humanity has been split into three different sort of basic classes. One where they're just survivors, they are purely human, and they're wanting humanity, like the planet for humanity. Then we have a group that is actually trying to side more with the AI, and so they've embraced cybernetics. And then we have a third group, which is the group that's sort of embraced the eldritch side of things, which has been sort of terraforming the planet through when the ship crashed. Things escaped, biomatter escaped, and now there's all this sort of like this, it's called bleed. Essentially, it's just sort of like a weed that is sort of trying to take over the planet as well. It's just so you've got all these different aspects going on at the one time. Again, that cut screen, I think, does a poor job of explaining where we end up. But with that in mind, this is sort of where when you start the game, you're essentially starting with one of the three major factions that either pro the AI. Now the AI is ZEPHON, which is the name of the game, and so the AI is trying to fight against all living things to a degree. There's not a black and whites like in Gladius. It's all black and white. This has got shades of grey depending on what your actions actually are. You've got all these other different sorts of AI groups as well on the actual planet itself. Like if I go and, for example, if I just go from where I am in here, if I resign, and this is actually playing as the humans, by the way. This is the human start. Again, but it's very hard to see. There's a little, actually, there it is. There is actually, you can hover over that. I didn't realise you could do that. Okay, I'll take that back about the lack of information about what we're playing. But we're playing as a fallen soldier in this instance, coming back into it. I'll just go and resign. If I go and surrender. Now, unfortunately, I can't look around on the map. But when we have a look down through here, so we started up in this area over through this other side. Now, when you see red, this is a ZEPHON city. They start with two cities, so there's a ZEPHON city down through here, a ZEPHON city here. Now, that's not a player; that's an AI, or it's essentially an NPC faction that we then have to sort of then go and deal with. It's either going to help us or not. We have other NPC factions over here, the brown and the green ones as well. These are NPC factions. Then we should actually, maybe that's a different one down there. There should be three. There's another brown one over there. I'm not seeing the other factions. Because we haven't started. Yeah, there's purple there, there's yellow there, and then there's green over here. And so all the different factions are on the screen there. Anyway, we hadn't played a turn. So I'll just exit to the main menu again, and I'll just read a few more of the comments. So Guy Bellaby is saying, "Hello Daz, I noticed that your latest Distant Worlds 2 stream, you never used the assault pods on the recently captured ships when they were nearby." I'm not sure actually, sorry, I can't remember. Hi Trep, how are you going? Dream Games saying, hey, Daz and chat, I recently started playing Gladius, and it's a great game. So I'm interested to see how different this game is. This one improves on Gladius a lot. There's a lot of extra little things that they didn't do in Gladius that I wish that they had have done, but at least they've done it in this game. That's why I'm sort of hopeful at some point they make a Gladius 2. Trip the Snake saying, while I love the gameplay of Gladius, I had an issue with the visuals. It's difficult for me to see things clearly. It's the same. It's same. It'd be the same for ZEPHON. Yeah, it is. It is going to be the same, unfortunately. So I think that there are some things that are clearer in this game. Like for example, the way that they've handled showing the. Well, when I get into it, I'll show you what I mean. And then he's saying, but that might be an issue on my side. I don't think so. I certainly struggled with it the first couple of games that I played with ZEPHON, just because it was a bit different. But I'm used to it, so it doesn't bother me at all. Let's just go back into new game. So now that we've done the backstory, let's actually now talk about the different classes that we end up having. So the Fallen Soldier was the one that we just had chosen. And this is a human affinity. So these are essentially, they're at war with the aliens, the monsters, and the machines. And so essentially we're against everything. And we're just here just purely for humanity. So that's the backstory that they actually have. They then have other bonuses and abilities back and through here, which essentially means that the game will be able to be expanded quite a bit in the future, I would think, just with the combinations that we then end up having of the sort of like the uniqueness of what each faction actually does do. But these are much more just about bringing the world back for humanity. Now it's sort of a grey area, and I'll show you that when we get into it. And this is the area I'm not sure if I like it or not, because we can still embrace the other factions as well, or the other affinities. So human is one of them. Emulated Mind is a cyber affinity, so she has no choice. ZEPHON unintentionally made her a mirror of itself. Start with the Ishamin forces and gain early access to cyber technology. So this is one where you're more likely to work with ZEPHON, with the AI, to take on the actual world. And so these I'll probably play as these actually. I really quite like them because they're quite unique. They only have one city. They can't expand into other cities. I mean, we could. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sort of I'm really in two minds as to how to play it. The third one is this one through here, which essentially is a voice affinity. So the three became bound as one by singing together the melody of the voice. The voice is the Eldritch. So it's the Eldritch when it escaped. Or it's the action or something. I forget how. I don't know how to pronounce it. Anyway, that's. But they start with Akbalith Dragoons, which are essentially are sort of like Eldritch mounts with humans riding them. So we're still playing as humanity all the way through. Gain early access to voice technologies. So they get extra voice technologies. Each of them has access to their own technologies early, but they still have access to the others as well, but later in the tech tree, which sort of is that one thing that I'm not 100% sure if I like it or not. The fourth one down through here, which was available in the previous example or the previous version, is the Heartless Artificer, which is also a cyber affinity. I think that we had Fallen Soldier and Heartless Artificer in the previous demo. I think that's what it was. So I'm thinking we might play the Emulated Mind. Yeah, this one's quite interesting. Let's have a look and just have a read through. We've done the cyber affinity. The resource network. The Emulated Mind is a master of logistics and supply management. Gain additional resources from outposts. I'll just see if that one's got that one as well. No, it doesn't. So it's got unique stuff back and through there. Fortress Armament. So Oblivion awaits anyone foolish enough to attack the Emulated Mind directly. Her city possesses a long-range defensive cannon, which has got a range up to 6. So very, very long range. Trapped, the Emulated Mind is locked inside a single structure, so her people have built a citadel around her. She is limited to her starting city and can build no more. So she only has one city. And a data hack, which is... so that's the negative. They've all got one negative. That's the negative for this particular gameplay. Data hack elite. So this is the Emulated Mind. Once connected with the entirety of human knowledge... what was once connected with the entirety of human knowledge, an enemy database is child's play to her. It's been influenced to temporarily duplicate research outside from another player's city. Anyway, it's just got the backstory in through there as well. But again, it doesn't do a good job of explaining it. It sort of assumes that you know what the backstory is before things go on. But I think we'll play as her. We'll just go and close that one off. So let's just get started with her. Again, we won't play the whole, but big sort of square thing in space is the invasion that came with the Eldritch Horrors. Let's just go and get started. And we'll just quit our way through here. Hi, Jemison, how you going?
We were not ready for...
Yeah, we'll just get rid of that one. So this is now the way that cliffs are shown, and I like it. It's not just a single dotted line. So this just little changes like that are coming in. I think I will have a look at it. I'll just see if I can improve the it's general. I'll just see there's a lot of things you can turn on and off in through here. I'm just going to see if I can find the way to make it all a bit bigger. Video, display mode, full screen. Oh, there we go. Okay, this is cool. You can have the GUI mode scale up a fair bit. Let's try 150. That looks pretty good. That's certainly going to make it a lot easier to read. What's 300 like? Whoa! A bit too much on this monitor. Let's just go to 150. I think that's going to make it stand out better. So I think that from what Trep the Snake was saying, I think that will help with understanding what's going on. So let's just go and close that one off. A few other little things that I have turned on. If I just go back into here, I've got the showing the cliff highlights. That's off by default, I think. Or maybe it's on by default. I can't remember. I've got the grids off. Show subtitles. So display captions at the bottom of the cinematic cutscenes. The translator to transcribe the dialogue. I'll keep that one on. Performance I won't bother with. We'll go with the tips. Yeah, that's all okay. That's fine. Video. There's a lot in here that you can change. Shadows. Yeah, fixed time of day. There is a day-night cycle, which I'll show you, but I find the nighttime annoying, and so I just like it fixed. So I've just got it fixed for early morning, and it gives a nice, colourful feel to the world. So that's another thing. If you are struggling with the demo, maybe turn that one like what I've done. Just fix it to a certain time, and then just play with it that way. Let's just close it out from there. There is a lot of controls you end up having as well. So you've got essentially like the all sorts of different keyboard shortcuts all the way through, which is great. Again, a bit like Gladius with a lot of with what you can do. So a lot in there as well. So I always like to see that with these sorts of games, because ultimately, the more you play it, the more you're going to be starting to rely on keyboard shortcuts, and so that one sort of then works. We've got network, yeah, listening a port there. Okay, that's all fine. Anyway, let's just go and close that one. So we can just go and continue. So here we are in this top corner. Now, yeah, so this is making the user interface fairly big. I hope it's not too big. Maybe it is a bit too big, actually. I might make it 125-ish. There it is, the GUI scale. That'll be good. That should be good. We're just going to continue. But again, I like that they've got that in there. That's probably going to be a bit more comfortable. That way we can see things fairly clearly with what's going on. A few other little things we can do as well. Like I did find it hard to be able to see the different locations. You can go Control Z and turn on at least to see what you can sort of spot in terms of the upgrades, but it doesn't show you where you've got like special caches and special locations. Like this is a capturable basin, for example. This is all of the weed through here, so it doesn't really show you much through there. I'll just go Control Z and turn that one off. Hi Devon, how you going? Saying hail and well met, Daz, and the rest of you. Yeah, thanks for that one. So now what we want to do is initially we want to be capturing these different areas. Now this is a crystal basin. What this one does is gives us +2 minerals each turn, and we get 20% minerals if it's inside a city, which is actually relatively good for us. You can see through here at the moment we've got a whole lot of different resources. Now there's no unique resources like in Gladius. You've got like unique resources depending on which faction you're playing. In this case it's not the same, so we've got a bit of a difference in through there. So these are the same for everyone, but we don't use some of these. So for example, we've got food. We do use a bit of food, I think, on our units. I'll have a look at and see what we've got with these when we get started. I forget what the upkeep is. It's the level. Yeah, I can't remember. It's biological. So we're still biological. So I think we still need food with our units in through here. Minerals, this is to construct buildings as well as produce mechanical units. Now, one of the problems with this particular DLC is going to be that we've only got 4 techs that we can expand into, four tiers of technology. So we don't get the high-end weaponry. We only get sort of like the basic sort of stuff to play with. So we don't get to play with the high-end stuff, unfortunately, because that would be pretty cool to be able to sort of give that a bit of a run. But there'll still be more demos on the way as we sort of go forward. But this is certainly enough to get a feel for the game, certainly in the early part of the game. Energy, we will have to get more energy. Now, algae is used to produce and maintain voice units. So we don't really need that one. Food is more for for anything that's biological. But this one here, this is purely for voice units. So we won't really be pursuing this very much at all, but we can if we wanted to. If we had an area that was full of algae, where we could sort of get like lots and lots of it, we could push to get units that actually make use of that. The chips are what we tend to use. They're used to produce and maintain cyber units, which is what we actually have. So we actually are losing chips at this stage. Influence is used to maintain city tiles, invoke special abilities, recruit and maintain hero units, as well as purchase other items. This is the main currency in the game as well, influence. So you can sort of buy and sell for influence. And then we've got research as well. So we need to be getting our research up. Now we need to build our first city. I don't like the look of the engineers, and they're not unique as well, by the way. So the engineers are the same for all the factions. So they've sort of got like their little notepads, and they sort of they're in these sort of like worker areas. It just doesn't look very good. It just looks weird, particularly when you sort of zoomed out a little bit. We don't know where we want to build just yet, so we need to explore. Now I can get down to this data cache down through here. I think I might move that one down, and so we just have a bit of a look. Although, if we have a bit of a look here, we're sort of on the edge. There's not much up this other side. That one there can also get down there. We're going to be wanting to get this. I'm thinking that we'll probably end up building in here somewhere, maybe even just exactly where we are. So we want to be looking to see what's around us. Let's go down to here and just see if we can open up more of the territory. Oh, there's a road, by the way. So that's one of the roads that goes through the location. So if we have a look at that, I don't know if we can sort of have a look at that one, but the road itself, in fact, you can see it through there. Oh, that's a river. The river is does actually, it's +1 movement cost for ground units, but I don't know if the road goes across and builds a bridge. So there's rivers in through here, for example, which do slow us right down. But these roads are useful. You can see through there. We can go straight through, which is quite nice. Let's have a look and see. I think I'll just claim this one. So we'll claim this area, and this is going to then give us the crystal basin, just getting extra minerals each turn. So minerals is now going to be going up a little bit. Not seeing too much else around there. Now, it may be that that's still the best place for us to end up going. Oh, these are, we've got these independent groups. So this is a sentry, and this is one of ZEPHON's units, sort of like a rogue ZEPHON unit, which is around just trying to protect. There might be a cache in here somewhere that we don't know about. Anyway, we'll just go and see where we can build the city. So we'll just go across. Things like, for example, applies tune to target allied mechanical unit for 3 turns. So it gives them extra accuracy. So the engineers are quite cool with what they can then go and do. It can repair. So it's got +8 hit points to target allied damage mechanical unit as well. So when we do have mechanical units, we can do a lot here just to help them out. We also then have terraform, which we didn't have before. We had things like, for example, clearing tiles, but we didn't actually have removing roads or constructing roads. So now roads are a big part of the game. So this is actually really, really cool again. But it's only got 0.8 movement cost rather than, I think 0.5 would have been pretty better. But anyway, that's it is what it is. Just go back across. Yeah, so that, anyway, we'll just go back out from there. Building the city, it's suggesting that we build up into here. Now there's a 50 total. That's energy and minerals. Is there anything down this way? No, there's not a lot down this way. Well, it's funny because we don't know what's up this other side, but I think I'll take its. See, we've got 50 there as well. Food, but we're right next to this wireweed. Yeah, let's just go up to here. This will give us a fairly good expansion. All right, so we'll build our first city there. Now, this city is unique. Again, you can sort of see if we sort of zoom in. It's got the like a big cannon on top, and so this is actually a special. It's a one-off building that the other factions don't get the use of. We're going to have to expand out, so we'll acquire another tile. Now, I would have liked to have gotten something to do with. Actually, I'll just go out this way. I think I was just thinking I need to get more research, but we don't actually have any research here. So we're just going to grab that one. It's going to take 2 turns for that one. We'll now choose our research. So research, we've only got 4 tiers in the demo. So just going up to there. And then the final 6, so we only got 40% of what we actually have through here. Now we've got things, for example, like if we have a look at the cyber units, we've got the Aranian Stalkers, which is a cyber unit. This is a mechanical sniper infantry that can mark targets. It's, again, this is going to be one of these things where we're probably not going to really have a lot that we can do in this game, to be honest, until we actually have more unlocks. That's Thursday's Embrace. That's a voice unit. So a lot of these are like they're both voice units. They're sort of like different large biological melee hero. That's a hero unit. That's a human unit. This is a large flying mechanical hero. So we should have another hero for ourselves back in through here as well. It's a cyber large mechanical hover. So we do have access to these other heroes if we want them, but ours will be the tier before. So this is a mechanical hovering hero that is hard to repair, but able to manipulate matter to protect allies and disable foes. So that's something we'll be wanting to sort of try to get at some stage during this particular playthrough. They've got these as well. This is a this is for the Dark Vassael. I don't know if that's a typo or not. Spawns a Socris lair. So this is I don't know why that we would have that one. I guess that's to sort of cause problems for other players. It spawns like these voice type units that are a bit of a problem, but it looks like we have access to those ourselves. So some of these are unique, but a lot of them are just shared essentially. And so ability for Canticle of Dusk, again, we would have that one as one of our abilities, I would imagine. Dragoon armor. This is again for the Abkalith Dragoons, which is not what we need. Bleed cultivation. All of this. This is all to do with voice stuff, which is not what we require. That's a voice building. Yeah, this is all voice stuff. This is cyber. Yeah, so this is all the cyber stuff in through here. Yeah, so we've got cyber things in through that side. There's a large mechanical hover vehicle with good ranged combat. So these are the sorts of stuff we'll be wanting to go and get. So it needs the anti-grav assembler, for example. So we'll try to focus on what we have. So maybe it's got, is this all human? Yeah, this is militants. Yeah, this looks like it's all human stuff. Okay, that's pretty cool. So human, voice, and then cyber. I don't know if it does it all the way through. Have a look at the first one. This is just buildings. I think this is all just fairly general. The first thing we want is a research laboratory. So we're going to go and grab that one. But you see, the barracks is a human building. We would have to, like, we've already got our basic building. Actually, that's the anti-grav assembler. This is a cyber building. Produces cyber vehicles as well as generates research and chips. So we'd be wanting to get that next as well. But let's just go get the research laboratory first. So we'll get that one established. So we can't do anything else in through here. We'll exit the city. And we'll just end our turn. Okay, so my Whitehead is saying, I have almost 900 hours in Gladius. I played the ZEPHON demo and I really liked it. Graphics and atmosphere are really good. Yeah, they are. Much more than a Gladius Re-Skin indeed. Yes, it really is. It's just that they've done I consider it a poor job of actually explaining the lore of the ZEPHON world. It's sort of one of those things. It starts to make sense as you play it, but it does take a bit of time. Now, the ZEPHON... Sorry, this unit that we found, this sentry unit, we're going to have to be a bit careful. This will come after us, and so if we have a look at this sentry just discovered. So This is actually a ZEPHON unit, but it's not controlled by ZEPHON. It's just a rogue robot. So ZEPHON wanted nothing to do with us. It could have told us directly. Instead, it posted up sentries that looked to be guarding something. We learned really quickly that they could hold a grudge. If you were the kind of grunt who likes to stomp ants because they couldn't hit back, boy, these things are a pain in the ass. More like an ant that could chew through your boot and try to... Yeah, so these are... We're going to have to take care of these, but these are quite strong with what they actually have. So, yeah, there's a few different things. They've got an armor-piercing minigun, which has got to be a bit careful. These can cripple units as well. There's a whole lot of other new mechanics than what Gladius actually had. Let's just end our turn. That one may come after us. No, it went the other way. Didn't spot us. That's okay. We'll just avoid them until we've got a bit of an army built up. We want to explore our territory without actually opening things up too much. So if we go across to here, you can then see a bit more. There's another of the capturable crystal basins. This unit up through this other side. Again, I just want to see what's in through there. Now there is... that one's actually got a human cache. The human cache may be things like food. It could be anything, really. I mean, we're still human. There's another sentry. What did we pick up? Well, we found ourselves a reactive trigger. So select hero unit before claiming the item. So this one gives us... so it gives us +1 armor penetration. Okay, that's cool. So this is something we can then apply to the actual to the units themselves. Now for this one here, we're still building. So what we can do through here is we do actually have this one is within range of our big cannon. So this is a unique building that we actually have through here. This is the Oblivion cannon, and it's got a range of 2 to 6. It's only got a 50% chance of hitting with the different damage that it does do. What else does it do? Yeah, it's indirect fire, ignores line of sight, and it cannot overwatch, and it's got a large splash. So all the units that are in around it was going to take some damage. And you can see there, we're going to do essentially half, like we're going to kill off one of them, but do half damage to the actual unit itself. You can't befriend these. These are just wild units that you are against. Now you can see there the cliff is actually quite nice with the way it sort of does show on the actual, like it's very clear. Not unlike in Gladius. The Gladius cliffs were not as clear as this. So it visually looks really quite nice. Let me know if you want me to turn off the like freezing the light. I might just do it so you can sort of see it as we play. I don't like it. It has a very, very slow day-night cycle, which doesn't do anything in the game. Let's just go and just turn off the fixed time of day. So I'll just go and close that one and continue. And we'll slowly see it'll get very dark, and I prefer it just the way that we've got it. We'll end our turn there. Then we did actually pick up the reactive trigger. Just end our turn. Here she comes. Now that's going to be another location we want to be taking. This one here, we do actually have a ranged attack. Now this is another thing I don't like, is that the laser is every second turn it does 50% less damage. So it fires well the first time, but not the second time. And so at the moment everything's sort of fine, but it's mechanical and biological, this particular unit. If we have a bit of a look, what have we got there? Yeah, -1 from units. If we have a look at this is the Ishamin forces. Again, they've done a great job of the compendium. This is actually really, really quite cool. In fact, there's a lot of stuff in here that must be coming in the future. And again, we can't sort the units with anything. We've got a back and forward type area to go through at your history, but it doesn't sort by the different factions, and I wish it did, because it's shared, I guess. There's the Ishamin forces. So this one here, if we just sort of scroll down, the upkeep is half a food, half a mineral, and half a chip to keep these going. The next thing we're going to be getting is the Malakim destroyers. I don't know why it's got like a character here, because you don't see the character at all. This is a mechanical hover infantry with powerful overheating weapons. Uses a full chip back in through that other side. Militants are humans. They're just purely human, so they just use half a food and then half a mineral. The The other ones that are basic are the, where is it? The Abculus Dragoons. So these are basic infantry for the voice. And so they've got half a food, half a mineral, and then also half an algae for their upkeep. So it is interesting the way it sort of does work. Anyway, that's the compendium is very, very good. So they're saying, hi all, I did not expect this stream. Yeah, I was recording a video for it yesterday, and I found that I was basically this far in after this time, like after 40 minutes, and I thought, it's better for me just to play 3 hours of the actual game. That way you get to see a lot of the quests and the interaction, hopefully with ZEPHON itself and things like this. So we end up with a bit more of the actual diplomacy in the game. I wish the WASD keys would for typically WASD. Now I'm assuming there's nothing else down this other side. There's really no rush to expand here, so I'm just going to go and have a look out through there. Yep, that's all just water. So it's just important that we sort of know what's where. Actually, we've got to pick up that. Okay, we've got a phase font head in through here. This is a gives plus 25% damage. All right, that's cool. That's good. We should be able to now. We can go back to the city. We've got a slot in through here now. We've got 2 more turns before the laboratory comes, and I do want to get the laboratory before we do much else. I also want to get the synthetic printer and the cryo fabricator. I think I'm just going to go and acquire a new tile for now. Let's just go this way. So, because I do want to, in 2 turns, I want to start to build the research. That's a cyber cache. There's sort of like just normal caches, like what we're seeing through here, and then there's big ones. I will come down to here, which is a bit risky. So we pick up a little bit of extra speed coming across the road. I don't want to go too far away. This is dangerous for me, even though it's a cyber cache. At least we've got the extra minerals coming in, so the minerals are doing well. We're going backwards with chips, so we do need to get on top of the chips. Yep, there's an Abculus. This is what the voice characters actually. This is a voice unit, but it's an independent voice unit. So research laboratory completed. That's good. Yep. So we've got the cover. Our population is growing as well. So I'm not going to go down this way just yet. I'm just going to keep on bringing this one back up. So I'll take it on the road. I love that they've put roads in. This is a major improvement with the game. Just take this cyber cache. Uh-oh. There's a big problem. Now we need to destroy this. This is essentially like the enslavers from Gladius. It's pretty much the same sort of deal. It's got the ability to it's a hovering, large, leashed phantasm, but it does have the ability to take us on. Here, Dream Prison applies Dream Prison to target enemy with less than 6.5 morale. So we need to make sure that our morale is fairly high. And our morale is 5.8, so we're in trouble. So we're going to lose that unit. Let's just go across and bolster this. Just do what damage we can. Now, this is whole position. I'm going to attack it. Hopefully, it won't come after us, but it will. I know it will. This is where the game is really quite difficult to play. So we've got we wanted to get one of the research locations in, so we'll just go and throw that into one of these 2. 4 turns before we get that one, and then unfortunately we're going to lose this unit. Close the research. Need to choose more research. So we need to get more of these, or this one here, which will give us the exclusive Marauder. Let's go with the anti-grav assembler. We'll exit the city and end our turn. Ah, good. It's done more damage. It did break us, but it didn't come after us. Uh-oh. Yeah, so these guys have come in close. They should hate each other. We need to keep on going after this one. This is the dangerous one. Now, what's cool about what happened here is that this one has got like an attack that cripples. And so we can't run away. Again, different from Gladius. There's so much more things in this that Gladius didn't actually have. And so we've got the crippling strikes in through here. Our morale has been like we're shaken now at this point in time. This was something that was in Gladius. It is like a Gladius, like the mechanics of Gladius, but just a heap better. I'm going to move this one across. I'm going to keep it in here. It's one of these things where I need to stop it from getting in too close. Let's just go and yeah, we've still got this. Yeah, that one can actually fire at this. Okay, it's done a bit of damage. Hopefully this can actually, this one here, I can actually cauterize the wounds. We get 50% of our hit points back. Now that uses up an action, so we don't have any more actions, so we're not going to get Overwatch, but at least it's going to be surviving a little bit. The morale low is down to only 3.5, so it's very susceptible to this thing, but hopefully we can destroy that if it does take this over. So we'll just end our turn. Here they come. There we go, a bit of Overwatch. We'll get that one next turn anyway. It's been crippled yet again. Okay, so we're still alive. Yeah, so this is another one of these things where God, I wish, and it doesn't tell you exactly when you're on the 50%. Yeah, low power for one turn. This is a bad mechanic. I really don't like this. Yeah, I really don't like this. To get minus 50% damage every second turn, it's just a stupid thing to do. It's so like the micromanagement is just so big with that. Now what I can do is I'm inside the city, which will give me a little bit of extra healing. I'm going to heal this one up. I am going to finish this one off with this Oblivion because then I've got Overwatch. Actually, no, I can't. All right, well, let's just finish it off with this. It's good. So we get rid of the sentry. A bit of experience for everyone. So we need to build up our army before we can sort of really take this one on anywhere else. We've got there, that's the Cache of the Insensate. Okay, applying stuff. That's good. We'll get our hero out. So there's no real Jakero traders huts or anything like that. So, yeah, Judge Dredd is saying, so true enslaver are a nightmare. They are. So why did you're saying enslave is the most annoying unit ever made in a 4X game? Well, we were lucky to get away with that, to be honest, because I didn't think we were going to be able to do that. We want to heal up, so let's just keep the healing going. We'll order the units in through here. This one has actually got all of its morale. I'll just move it forward a little bit. I'm careful. I've got to be careful about going back up into here until I'm ready. Let's just keep it like this. That way if it moves into here, we should then have a shot. This one here has got a basic range of 3. So we will actually have Overwatch, but this will be going off to heal up. So we'll just end our turn through here. We've now got the anti-grav assembler, and we also now want to get the hero. Oh, here we go, the Great Hunt. Now this one's coming up all the time, which I'm a bit annoyed about as well. I wish that there was more. I know there will be a lot more quests coming in the final version of the game, but it's just not great at the moment. I'll just read a few more of the comments before we go any further. Where do we get up to? Yeah, so actually Whitehead was then saying, in my opinion, every new round in a sandbox game tells its own story. The stories and background info are well written in ZEPHON. The only thing I don't like is the research tree. It's overloaded a lot. I don't mind it. But yeah, I don't mind that it's got a lot of stuff in it because they've made it a bit faster to get. I just don't know if I like having the where you can get access to all of the other tech. So you can still get your voice tech and your human tech if you're playing as a cyber, and vice versa. Which I don't like the idea of that. It should be for me. I think that should be more difficult to get. Like maybe still have it accessible, but cost an awful lot. Rather than just being one tier away in tech. Yeah, Whitehead's saying that with very poor oversight, what to go for. Yes, it is hard to sort of figure that one out, but that will come with experience. So they're saying, yeah, do not expect this stream, so that's a cool surprise. Yeah, I was going to, as I say, do a video yesterday, but realised I was not going to have time to really show the game properly. Yeah, the Mountain Craftsman saying this looks great. Do we know if the DLC content for Gladius is done being added? I don't know if it is finished, because every time I think it's finished, they keep on bringing something else out that's really cool. So I don't know. Yes, I think we've caught up to that one now. So sorry, guys. So Whitehead saying the universe plays in no 40k lore. They replace it with a human cyberpunk biological weapons, exploring the unknown planet kind of backstory. But they haven't done a good job of explaining that. They really need to show. They need to do a lot more to make it much more immersive, because it's not immersive yet. As you play it, you get a feel for it. But if you're a new player, you are lost. You're completely lost. And so I hope that they do a better job of that. So Judge Dredd is saying, so how many races are in it? There's 4 in this demo, and you will be able to download. I don't know if the demo is out yet. It's coming out today or tomorrow. It's sort of like depending on where you are in the world. And so how many races are there in it? There's going to be 8 at release, and there's 4 of them in this demo. So you've got half the they're not races. They're all just human factions, but with differences. It's a bit more like Alpha Centauri in that sort of sense, and also a bit more like Pandora, if you remember those. It's just that they have different affinities and different abilities. I'll go through what they are for us as well. Anyway, these are quests. Ultimately, I'll probably end up having these. I don't know if I have them turned on or turned off, because some of them are really, really cool. This one's not all that cool. So each morning on your doorstep, a new gift. One day the head of. I'll just skip past all this. Essentially, this one comes up all the time, and so there's a monster that's actually hunting the humans down, and we're sort of finding there's all sorts of heads and things being left over after this monster has been through, and so there's hunters that have come to say that they can get rid of it for us, and so we can pay them off with 24 of our minerals, but from what I've sort of there's a randomness about it, and it may be that it still fails. So I think it's best to just do it yourself. And so you assemble your troops and track the Dream Eater. Again, it's another one of these enslavers, and flash it from its lair. Now, we're not strong enough to really do that one effectively yet, but we will soon. So I'm going to do that one. But the trouble while we do this is it's going to affect our city. And it doesn't tell us there what the effects are, but it's going to affect our loyalty and also our growth. But we'll still do it. So you send a squad of your best to track the beast. They too return as heads, but anyway, we start to sort of find it. Then the beast bursts forward. So it affects our city. So it applies to prey. So essentially, we have -3 growth and -3 loyalty until we kill this thing off. So we need to kill the terror. There's one of them. We'll close that one off, and so somewhere around will show up that there will be a creature. Around here, there it is over there. That's a long way off actually, so it's going to take us a while. In the meantime, Landery is now going to be suffering, and so if we go and sort of go into the actual city itself, we can see there that loyalty is saying +3 from buildings. Don't know if we can shift click on that one. No, control. Not sure how we can see the difference there. But the +3 from buildings, it should be a lot more than that. But we end up with losing extra. Now our growth also goes down as well. We do have growth. We've got -3 from buildings. The buildings is the quest, so they need to split that out as well and actually have that as its own line rather than saying buildings, because it's not buildings. It is a quest itself. And again, you can see the day-night cycle is now kicking in. I find this becoming difficult to see things. This is why I like to just have it set. So I think I might just, like, that's enough to sort of see it. It then goes into like a bluey tone. It's clever, but it's clever from like 8 or 9 years ago. So I don't think it adds anything to the actual game itself, to be honest. So I'm just going to go and turn that one back off again, because I don't like these dusk areas. Maybe I'll let it play a little bit further on. Okay, so this one here. Now, we know that there's another one in there that we have to get rid of. But I need this one firing, and I probably need one more unit as well before I can really go and do that one. It's nice and close to the capital. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's technically doable. Yeah, we can actually hit it. So that will be starting. That will try to make its way in towards our city. We'll skip this unit for now. That one's actually pretty much ready to go. Yeah, I don't want to sort of be risking this one. Let's just leave it where that is. And we'll order the city. So we now actually have, we've now got we're going to be able to get the research fairly fast at this point in time. So we can either go and get ourselves the anti-grav assembler, which will then give us it generates vehicles as well as generates research and chips, which would be good. So we get 2 more research and 1 more chip, or this one here gives us 2 more minerals and 1 more chip. The chips are going backwards, so I need one of these 2, or an actual chip fabricator, which gives us 3. I think I'm going to grab, this one does give us the Exousia Marauder. This is a large mechanical hover transport from which units can disembark further. Okay, this is cool. It does allow us to then sort of to move quickly in around units. So if we get that one, maybe we need to go with the synthetic printer first and just get our basic infantry just while we're doing this first stuff. And this one here is going to give us the, yep, so we'll just go into one of these 2. That's going to be fine there. All right, 6 turns. So choosing more research. Now we want to get the Heirloom Assassin, which is our base hero unit. So we're just going to go and grab that one, close that one off, exit the city, and end our turn. This one's now healed up. This one's on its way, but we can't see it. Do we head on up? We're not seeing much. We're on the river there. Morale it's strong. Okay, we'll keep that where that is. It's cool. The actual buildings themselves now show up like so these are all now unique, depending on what you build. So you can see that's the research laboratory, which is I like this. They've put a lot more detail into it. Oh, here we go. That's good. Now, we did a lot of damage there. Now, we've shaken there. We should be able to kill this one off. And this is not the same one. Okay, we've now got the Heirloom Assassin. Now, we're not going to be able to afford her, unfortunately, because the chips are down. Now, unfortunately, we've got very limited damage that we can do to this thing. This one can still make its way back if we have to. Should we kill that one off just with this? And everyone gets the benefit of that. So get the level ups. Great hunt. Oh, that's it. Okay, that was it. That was actually the one that we had to then go and get. So battling through their own terrors through the dark night. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Close that one off. Excellent. So there's still one more in here, or there was. Let's just go and heal this one up. And we'll just have a bit of a look. A look around. I want to keep everyone pretty close to the capital for now. What did we get up to with the comments there? So, Cecil's saying, I think this would be a bit more like Pandora. It feels like it, yes. And Smack X is one of my favourite games. I don't know that one. Is that actually, no? What is that one? I should know. I know what it's an acronym for something. I don't know what it is though. Inapt is saying, so there is a game called Millennia that you may like. It's on Steam Fest as a demo. I've got the actual beta of it because I'm supposed to be beta testing that game, but I haven't played it for a while, so I can't actually show what I've got because it's not the demo version. It's a beta version of the actual full game. So I don't think I'm going to be able to show that, unfortunately. But I will go back to it and have another look because it does sound like it's actually improved a lot since the last time I looked at it. Yep, so Sister saying does not like era games. Like, yeah, I don't like it, but they have got a fairly unique take with Millennia on the eras. So I do want to try it out. I just don't. I prefer games that don't have eras, but you know that's just me. Yeah, that's the most era game of 4X games. Yeah, that's true. But I think I do want to play that one a bit more often. Yeah, the big jumps between eras could be jarring. I prefer to just be playing like a more contained, rather than sort of going through millennia, which is the name of the game. But basically, I prefer it to just be sort of like set within a tight framework. Oh, there we go. So that's Sid Meier's Alien Crossfire. I don't know that one game actually. So S Zim is saying no research selected up top right. Can you select? Yes, it's wanting us to do that now. So it's got choose research there. So we've now got the 3 that we needed from in here, but we do want to get on top of the chips. Now we can go back across. I may have chosen some of the wrong things in through here. Maybe not. We've got the Malachim destroyers. I need to get on top of the chips first. Let's just go and grab that one first. It's only 2 turns, and we're going to get on top of the chips in through here. Now we're getting a lot of minerals. We will need them. Yeah, the chips are negative. Let's just have a quick look and see what it's going to cost us to get the hero. That one takes 20 chips. All right, I'm going to go. This one of the unique things we actually have. We've got the. Sorry, I meant to show this as well. This is who we're playing as. So the in emulated mind. We've got the cyber affinity back in through here. We spoke about that at the start. Resource network. The emulated mind is a master of logistics and supply management, so gain additional resources from outposts. Now we haven't found very many outposts, so that's a bit of a problem for us. Fortress armament. So Oblivion waits anyone foolish enough to attack the emulated mind directly. Her city possesses a long-range defensive cannon. We've definitely been using that a lot. Trapped. So we basically trapped inside a single city, so we can't build other cities. Data hack is the emulated mind. Once connected with the entirety of human knowledge, an enemy database is child's play to her. Spend influence to temporarily duplicate research output from other players' cities, but we have to see the other players' cities first. So we're still a little way off. I'm going to change this lighting. I find this really off-putting, just how dull and dark it becomes. So let's just go back to settings, and we'll now go back in and flick it back on again. And continue. There we go, nice and bright. So Lord Zon is saying, this looks awfully familiar. It is much more, it's way beyond Gladius. It's sort of one of these things that looks like Gladius, but look at the roads, for example. We've got roads that sort of now extend in as we build things. The cities act as roads. Things like that, there's just a lot of improvements, like a hell of a lot. We've got cliffs, by the looks of the things, all the way over through this other side. Yep, so we've got water all the way down through there, with cliffs all the way along. We know there's another one in here. Where the hell is it? What's that one there? That's a phase generator, giving us more energy. Okay, I don't know where the other one got to. Until I really get more units, it's dangerous for me doing this. I've got to certainly stick within the range that we had in through here. Okay, we're now getting +2 chips. Now we're down to 8. We're getting +1 per turn, which is not enough. So we pick up that phase generator. And that's a human cache in through there. We need to find more chips to be able to get the units that we need. This is why you may want to get like human units and stuff like that that don't require the actual chips themselves. Maybe we do that. Yeah, this one gives us extra research. This is for the cryo fabricator, which we haven't built yet actually, which we will be wanting to. So we will go this way as well. Actually, no, we need to get the habitation block. Let's go that way. Now this is a trait for the Oblivion Cannon. It gives us +6 to the maximum range. Wow, it makes it even longer. Makes it up to 12. Wow, that would be okay as well. Just close that one off. End our turn. So Cecil's saying, anyone else having connection issues? I haven't seen anything drop off at my side. The upload rate is slowish, but that's the time of the day I think that I'm doing this one in. Alright, that's good. We got energy. Again, we don't need the energy. What I can do is I can go across into the Concordant and then start to go and spend these things. If we sell the energy, we can get, for every 5 energy, we get 2.5 of the influence, and then we can choose to buy chips with the influence. So for every 20, let's get a few of these. We've got 24 there. Let's sell off a bit of the energy. A bit of the minerals as well. We've got a lot of minerals coming in. Let's get up to say 49. Just close that one off. That gives me 24 chips. That allows me then to go back into my capital and build the hero now. So this one requires 20 and 40. So let's go and do that. So we'll go and get her. And then we do need to get the chip manufactory as well. So we need to get on top of these chips. Water units. But again, that's quite a nice little... There's just new mechanics which are quite cool. Now, we're sort of locked in here a bit. Maybe we go south. Although that's sort of like the top of the map. End our turn. Okay, so these are Reavers, but these are actually coloured Reavers. So I think this may be another faction. Yeah, so this is from the Anchorite. So the Anchorite are like an AI faction type thing, that are just humans basically, and so they essentially will now go and start where we can start to interact with them if we wanted to. So we'll just come back in. So the Anchorite, these are ambivalent. So now, if we were humanity, they would be more friendly. So, like, you know, if we're more human aligned instead of being cybernetic. So, merciful potent war divides us, yet but to beg a moment. To be the eldest remaining of Akron, to follow prophecy and bring cleansing a torch to your world. To all life remains a threat. To know your failure, you now face extinction. Now, I don't know why that's an Akron unit. Because the Reavers are humans, they're not actually aligned with the voice, so I don't know what's happening there. So you're not like the others, not judgmental, to recognise your difference. First step to recognise your place in the world. Now we can accept peace here, reject peace for yourself for deletion. I might go this way with this one because I don't think we're going to ultimately be friendly with this one. You don't realise the follow of your request, no amount of profit is worth extinction. So all we can do is reject peace. So we're going to be at war with them. So that's sort of like an example of the basic diplomacy that has now come into the game, which is great because we didn't have that really before. Now they've only got a range of 1. That's interesting. Yeah, the Reavers are quite weak. But we're not going to be in a position to take them on for a long time just yet. Let's move this one across. Water units. That's a voice cache. That's a bit open for the... there we go. That's their city there. So we have to be a bit careful there. Order cities. In this case, we can now go and get one of these, but we don't actually have the chips that are required. We're getting +2. We need to go and get another location, a cryofabricator. Let's just go and throw that one in there. Exit the city and end our turn. I'm going to have to leave that cache and come back. Habitation block is now been assembled. I can't leave a unit this far out on its own. You can see how hard it is to get through the rivers and the jungles. It really does slow us down a lot. Let's move back. So we won't, even though we're right next to it, it's just not worth the risk. It's one of these games you learn very quickly to not do that. Now the Hollow Theatre we're going to need as well. The Malachim Destroyers, again, it's going to cost me a little bit too much in chips initially. Network Splitter produces cyber operations as well as generates influence in chips. So we do actually get a +1 chip there as well. Yeah, that one gives us +1 antimatter. Tactical visor. Now, when they're next to each other, which we'll actually have a lot of these, they do get +2 accuracy, which is actually pretty damn good. Okay, yeah, this voice unit. It's a repair station. So we use more, so we have less population food upkeep, but more minerals upkeep. I think we just go with some of these basic things. Mind's Eye. I mean, that would be handy soon, but not just yet. Let's go with the Hollow Theatre. And really, until I get the chips under control, I'm not going to be able to build very many forces. I'm just going to grab myself a drink of water, be right back. So Greg's saying, looks much more like an iteration rather than an innovation. Is there enough to distinguish the gameplay from Gladius? Sorry if we've already answered this. We have been speaking about it, but yes, it's sort of like, for me, yes, it does. But what it doesn't do well is explain the backstory. So it does a very, very poor job of that, which means that you sort of end up essentially a bit stuck with understanding the game initially. So the units... the sound is much better. The units are quite different with what they end up sort of doing, but they're, but yeah, it certainly is. It's certainly got the mechanics of Gladius. It's not like a completely new game, but it does have a lot of innovations that are different, like the road systems, which sort of make it faster to sort of move along the roads. So there's a more you can, certainly more you can do. It's certainly going to be better in that sort of sense. So hi Rob, how you going? From Explorminate, saying I literally just posted a video on this. I was going to do a video. I recorded yesterday, and it was I just found I wasn't getting far enough into the game in an hour. So I'm already over an hour now, and if we haven't really had any of the interesting quests, because there's some really, really good quests in this game. Let's just move this one up. So we'll keep we've only got the 2 units still, and I really can't take on that with only 2 units. I need to have an army. I might actually come back. Yeah, I can't really bring this one back across. I'll just move it back into here. It's just going to slow them down coming across this river. So we'll get back down into here, and then we'll move down and start to claim this little area down in this other side. Just end our turn. So yeah, it's one of these things where the more you play it, the more you realise that there are it's a lot more innovative than it first appears. It feels like it is just a reskin of Gladius when you first get into it. You can see there how difficult it is for us to move through there. If we get roads through there, that will then open this one right up. We may not want to do that though. Actually, Greg's saying we'll have to have a look at that. Thanks. Yeah, and then Rob's is saying, yeah, you have to play Revival Recolonization at all. I haven't actually. No, I haven't played that one. Order Cities. So we can now go and get ourselves. We've now got enough in through here to go and get another one of these. So let's go and grab one of those. We'll get that in 5 turns. We're going to be getting more chips very, very soon, but we're going to be then chewing through the chips as well very, very soon. So we'll just exit out of that one for now. I don't know why it doesn't use the decimal points in here. Like we're getting 1.3 accumulated, and it should have 1.3, not just 2. The +2 is a bit misleading. It's in the turn. There's certainly things that could be improved in the game, but it's still early days. Close that one off. But overall, I like it. I like what it's doing. Like I can certainly see the differences. Now I'm just going to go and tell it to rally to the south, because that's where we're going to be sort of building. Order cities, right. So we've got one more slot. Now we're up to 4 population, but we don't know what the maximum population is. Growth. It should be a maximum of 6. Living space available for the population is 6 there. It's funny, hang on, there's yeah, okay, yeah, there's 2 more left. We've got 2 more habitats, so this is different, it's just explained differently. Okay, so Explominate sort of saying it's a bit like this one, but less gloomy. Does pretty interesting stuff too. I've changed the lighting just so that I've sort of got it set to early morning lighting. So nice and warm and bright and friendly. So I've turned off the lighting. And then Greg's saying, I do think they've missed a trick by not updating the visuals enough to differentiate it more. Yeah, I agree with that as well. Actually, it's they have done a lot though. Like the actual buildings that you start to find that are built inside here are unique. Instead of in Gladius, it was just all the same sort of stuff inside the building. So they've done a lot. It's just that you're not zoomed in all the time. You're not looking at the detail, all the time. Like for example, that's the research lab there, and then this is the cryofabricator back into this little area, and then we've got trees in the other 3rd slot. Back and through this side, we've got ourselves the synthetic printer, which is down through here, for example, but we haven't made use of anything else in the middle here just yet. So we've still got one more slot there. So things are uniquely different when you actually look at it. So there's a lot to like about it, but you don't play zoomed in like that. You sort of like you play probably more like that. But I'm making a point of trying to play a little bit zoomed in to make it look good. Okay, so Rob's in sort of saying give a Revival Recolonization a chance. I think you'll like it. Yeah, I'll have to try that one. I have heard of it, but I just haven't actually played it. So ordering the city. So this one here, we've now got another slot. We've got one more we can build into here. Now we've still got +2 loyalty coming from the buildings. From our start location. But we do need to also then get more in through here. So what I think we'll do is we've got the one cryofabricator there, which is now giving us +5. It's not really enough, but it'll do for starters. Now the other things we have, the food is also now starting to get a little bit worse for wear. I think I'll get a hab block in here. So we'll just grab that one. We'll just choose the research. Now we've got 2. We need a 3rd one to then go across and get the others. I'm going to probably get the Malachim destroyers, even though these cost 20 chips, which we're not going to be able to really get easily at this term. And maybe the tactical visors. Let's get that now. That way, because we're going to be pumping out these smaller units before we go with the destroyers anyway. And we want to also then go and get a transport, particularly for trying to get through this zone in through this other area. So Thistle says one should note this is an early demo too. It's sort of mid-level now. It's no longer. I wouldn't call it early anymore, because the demos have been coming out now for a good 6 months, and so this is the 5th demo. So we should be it should be giving us enough information to be able to make decisions on. This is interesting. So this is where the roads kick in. See how we've got like a, normally we'd hit, this one here is desert, which is just like one movement, and then we'd hit a forest, which would then chew up an extra movement. So with the forest, and again, if we have a look at F1 and look at the actual, at the features, I think, just go down to forest. So this one does chew up movement. So +1 movement cost for large ground units and +1 movement cost for non-agile ground units. And so for us, that slows things down. But we now have the roads, which is really cool. So it's basically just, it overrides all that and just gives us a 0.8 movement cost. So if we can get on the roads, we can then zip through those forest tiles fairly easily. And so when we have a look at the actual units ourselves, and look at this unit here, for example, we have a road unit in through there. If I go and start to sort of click, like I can get to there, for example, but see how it's now moving around the city. Now it should be a bit faster to actually move through the city. Yeah, to go to there, it will go through the city and move itself across. I've only got 3 movement, but it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 movement to get there. That one there is 1, 2, and then it's on the road for 2 of them, and so we still get 4 movement to there. So let's go and do that. So the three moves because of the road, and the roads are a massive improvement. That should have been part of Gladius. Now we've got our hero here. Now I'm going to go and put all of these things onto the hero. So I just right click to bring these in. So we've found all of these different things. This is a reactive trigger. Now this applies reactive trigger. It gives +1 armor penetration, but this unit is just a, it's only a melee unit. That's all it actually is. I think this would still work. If we have a bit of a look at then see what this one's got. It's got a, where's the armor piercing? Is it the 3? 4? No, 4 might be. Actually, no. That would her armor is 6. Yeah, armor penetration of 4. If we right click on that one, we then bring it across into the kit. We can also now, which is different, is right click on it again and put it back into the kit. So we can actually then give it to other heroes ultimately, so they can share their inventory, which we couldn't do before. This is a phase front end, which gives them +25% damage. And then we also then have, this one applies stun for 1 turn. So we have like another ability in through there. Now she's also got a level up. Let's just go and get the assassinate ability. Just gives her a little bit of extra. So again, she's only got movement, but she's already used up 1 of her movement. So we've got 2 movement left. Again, we go along the road, gives us 3. So roads are really cool. They are really good, really good. So we'll just go back across into here, move this one down into this other slot. This one's a turn behind. So we've now got 3 units. This is going to allow us to clear out certain areas. We do want to grab these as well now. There's another cache there, another cyber cache, which we'll sort of zip around and claim all of this in this angle. And turn there. Comes more sentinels. Now she has special abilities. This is the Heirloom Assassin. This is the initial cyber hero. That's the other change. They've decided that you don't need a special hero building, like a building to build heroes. Headquarters should be enough. So they just do it through the headquarters. So they've sort of compressed that one down into what's going on. So Kuratara saying, let me a little bit off topic if I may. What do you think about the small trend of short 4X games where the game is completed in an hour? Is this a great idea? I think it's a great idea. Actually, I really like that idea. Actually, so Krutar is saying to reduce the need to make decisions that are not important for the party as a whole, and the ability to play multiplayer. Now, I think it is a good trend actually overall, because so many games end up just being so complex. And the game that comes to mind is it was one of the Hooded Horse games that came out last year. Incredible game, but it took like 12 hours before you even got into space. I can't think of the name of it. Begins with F. My mind's gone blank. Or these rather very limited games and will not allow you to fully immerse yourself in the genre. It depends on how they're done. Like this game here, for example, is still relatively short for what it would do. Like you can play a full game in a fairly short period of time if you're wanting to set that one up. And Gladius was the same. Greg's saying, I think it's a positive niche. Sometimes I'd rather play a quick, complete game than a short session of a long one. Yeah, I think it's very good. It's one of those things where games like Age of Wonders, you either play it where you play out the tactical battles, in which every tactical battle is going to take half an hour, or you auto battle the tactical battles. But I think you lose a lot of the charm of the game when you do that. So Terra Invicta, there we go. Yeah, Terra Invicta, I just found was. I love the idea of it, but I just couldn't record it because, like, to be sort of like, 12 hours in, or 12 episodes in before you got to what it was really about, is something that not really all that great. So Derna's saying, wait, is Risk the ultimate short 4X game? I don't know. Like, Risk I don't like Risk. I did it when it first came out as a board game, but I've never liked any of the digital applications of Risk. Now this one here, we can still bring this one forward. I think we take this one on. Now, actually, we've talked about this one in through here. She's got special abilities. So she's got, she's agile. So this one can reduce, like she can go through forests and ruins without any real problem. So she is an assassin. She's a hero unit. So we've got plus 100% duplicate type cost. So it's going to cost us a lot more for the extra. She has 6 item slots as well. She's mechanical, so she's actually cybernetic. Phase fonted, which is this one here. So we get extra damage coming through. So that's good. And then we have the reactive trigger, which gives her extra armor penetration. That worked. We're up to 5 now with that, which is good. So that's excellent. Stealth, so prevents Overwatch attacks from the targeting unit and allows Overwatch attack with melee weapons. So stealth is good, and she also is in the forest at this stage, and she's also on a road, which gives her the extra movement. Now, I'm going to finish this unit off. The reaction shots are going to come in from the other side, but let's go and do some damage here first. So let's move her down to here on the road. Oh yeah, actually we've got to bypass that one. And so she's now used stealth, which hasn't triggered this one. But look at the damage she can do. Because she's now got these other, like this phase front end, it's really made her incredibly strong with this. We also then have the city itself. So I'm just going to go and press the Oblivion Cannon. So this is within range of the Oblivion Cannon, just. That weakens it a lot. We don't get any points for that one. Now we want to be within 3 of this one. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so if I just go to there, we won't trigger an Overwatch by just leaving it back there. But we will pick up when she kills this one off. Bang, done. I don't know if the sound is coming through clearly, but the sound effects are great with the actual units and things in the actual game itself. This one here, we've cleared out that unit. I think there's more down here, but let's just go and claim this one first. Now we've got these abcoliths in through here, which is sort of like a voice. This is a voice creature that has sort of been corrupted. I think that the backstory of these is that they escaped from the crashed ship, that big sort of rectangular thing in space. Yeah, but they haven't. Here we go. They've taken that from us. We can't have that. Tactical visor. There's now research. That's good. And we've still got more of these coming. Now we're getting good chips now. Let's go and bring these across. Just keep on sort of scouting around a little bit and see what else we can see. Now the rivers do slow us down. We do actually have a cyber cache right there. So she's going to slow right down on the rivers. Now we're seeing everything else there. If I move to there, it does open us up a bit, but I think we'll still survive. So let's just go and have a bit of a look. I do have to be careful here. Yeah, one more turn and we pick up another one of these. We've still got 16 in through there. So that's all fine. As far as research is concerned, I'm going to grab the Malakim destroyers now. All right, and we'll end our turn here. Now, what they do is essentially they're just going to get rid of the ability for us to take that. The other one you saw there was actually coloured green, and they've now captured this one and are getting benefit from it themselves. So far, we don't have any problems with the resources. Yeah, we're seeing more down through here. These are Acron remnants. These are voice units, biological bleed walkers with strong healing powers. So we're going to have to coordinate to bring these in. I'm going to go and destroy this group. And again, I want everyone to get get the benefit of this. So within 3 of that one, 1, 2, 3, I can actually move to there. So that's 1, 2, 3. I'll just move to that location. And kill that one off. She's a great unit. I'll take the cache. It's a cyber cache. What did it give us? Gave us the Exosia Passer. +1 accuracy if unit has not damaged this turn. Now that's not going to be great for a melee unit. Let's bring this one down the road. So you can see how good this road is for us. It really is quite cool. Now the cities. I can get myself another one of these units right now for another 10. We'll do that. And we're almost building this location in here. So the next one we want to pick up is the anti-grav assembler, which is then going to chew up our energy. So we'll go that one next. Then we'll need to get an energy location as well. Now we're getting 20% everywhere around here because we're in the desert. Yeah, one just gives us... I'll just go there. Yeah, they can go through the bleed. Actually, Kruger was saying, yeah, the short Stellaris Nexus. I haven't played that yet. I've got it on my list. I've got like a big to-do list of games that I should be testing, and I just haven't got to that one, which I feel bad about because I really thought I was going to get onto that one a lot earlier. Let's move across and through. Reclaim that one. There is actually a cache in through there as well. Another cyber cache. Let's go and claim that. Now there's 2 more that she can actually have. I might as well throw them on. The accuracy, I don't think is going to matter that much. Yeah, this gives her more armor. And that one, I'll just pop that one in there. We can always, again, just right-click it and move it back into the pool once we're done. But it's certainly got a more of a, like, you don't know exactly what you're going to get. Each playthrough does feel good, like with this particular game, because you're not buying the actual kit. You're discovering it. You're finding it in the world. I don't know if this eventually, the Concordate, will eventually actually have more stuff. That's items. Yeah, here we go. So you can actually buy specific things from here. So you don't have to go to a Jakero Trader's Hut. You can eventually get what you need, which is actually cool. So we can actually get access to that no matter where we need to be. And we can also then go and sell that as well. So we can go across to, oh, well, actually we've got to have the items. Yeah, anyway, that is pretty cool the way that they've done that. And this is now the communications. Now we've set up where we don't actually have, yeah, we've got, they're ambivalent, but we're at war. So I'll just keep that one with what we actually have. So we're not going to worry too much about them. This is not one that we can play as. So I can call them to try to sort of negotiate peace if I wanted to. I do want to get down. I'm going to go into the forest. Now we're a little bit further afield than what we want it to be. Oh, there's actually cyber cache. I do need to go back there. as well. And I need to just... Oh, we've been attacked by these Akron remnants. And that one did a bit of damage to us. But we need to bring the others through. Water units. And so these are just independent. This isn't good. Malachim destroyers. Okay, so we've now got these completed as well. We're going to move this one back. Again, we're stuck in amongst all of this river system. So I'm going to move that one back, but we now need to, we're down to very minimal points. So in this case, we're down to just 2 hit points, or 1.8. So we're going to use the cauterized wounds, which is unique for the cybernetics. So this one then will give it a little bit of hit points coming back up. So we've got another 9.5. That'll give us a bit of survivability. Now, if I move in at this stage, I'm not going to be ready. So I'm going to move this one across. I don't want to go into the bleed. In this unit, just get this one ready. Again, we're a bit stuck on the rivers. This unit here, I'm just going to keep it back there because we will actually end up, if it does come through the forest, we'll end up with a ability to do a counter strike against it. These are now too far away from Landovry for us to be able to do anything with. Water units. Yeah, I'm just going to stay where we are. Skip that for a turn. Choose research. So we now can get across to here. We can get the engineers to build more roads if we wanted to. We don't get to use them for building new cities though, for what we do. So there may be other things that we want. It's a voice building. It's a voice feature. Again, I don't like all this stuff. This is a chaotic exterminator, a large mechanical hover vehicle with good range combat abilities. Let's go and get that. That's a hero unit as well. We are here to look at what the game is going to be bringing in. So if this is something you need to play it, Daz, I want to see your opinion on it. I do not have the game. Yeah, I haven't actually done that one through there. Oh, okay. So actually, Lord's Honor saying Terran Victor has a quick start option now. It starts in 2070 when you already have spaceships. Okay. Yeah, it's just the saying. Yeah, Risk is a good game, but not by modern standards. I think that the German influence of board games, like Risk, was old school, and then the Germans started to build incredible games like Carcassonne and Settlers of Catan and things like that. And there's just so many games that they built which were so much better than Risk. And so I think games like Risk have sort of fallen by the wayside. There's still a loyal group that do play them, but it's like Monopoly. Like, who'd play Monopoly nowadays? You just wouldn't do it. There's so many great games. This is cool. This is a really cool one. I do want to show this one actually, so I'm glad this one's come up. Again, these aren't random. I hope that they do get to randomize these later on in the game. So your guards gradually allow a slight figure to approach. He is a data historian by the name of Graham Landon, who's documenting the fall of Earth. He says that for the hereafter, one of the Akron's settlement vessels, the Azad, crash-landed nearby, and his research among the ship's survivors has uncovered something unusual, that it contains a vault packed with their race's folk tales and stories. The Akron consider it a grave site and taboo, but he asks if you'll guide him there so he can access the vault. In return, he promises to give you a copy of the data in case any of it's of use. So we can actually escort, so we can prepare a small expedition force that will take him to the distant location. We can demand payment up front, so you ask Landon to cover the cost of the expedition supplies or refuse to help. We definitely want to do this. We want to be part of this. So Super Mew Kitty Cat saying this game looks good. It's very good. It's very good. So if the voice has shaped the Akron for generations, then the folktale contains vital data. You accept land and steel and mobilise a squad to deal with anything guarding the crash site. You won't be the first to pull the trigger, but you'll be prepared for when it happens. So visit the tile with Landon Graham and clear the enemies, and keep Landon Graham alive, which is hard. So in we go. Now, where is the crash site? Let's have a bit of a look. You can see down through here on the mini-map, it's just off to the side. So we are in the right location. There it is. It is actually this is actually where we have to get to. But we have to get to with him. So he's over here. Now, he can only clear tiles. He can't do anything else, even though he's sort of like essentially an engineer type unit. He doesn't get the abilities of being an engineer. So we're safe through to here, but then we have to protect him. So we will come back and do that. It's going to take a little bit of time just to move all of these back across. So bring everyone back. Oh, damn it. Now we've got some protection here, but it may not be enough. We're concussed. Oh, damn it. We're going to lose this unit because I can't use this anymore. Alright, so we're in trouble there. I'm just going to keep him back in here. Keep him very secure. Order units. God, what can we do with this? I'll just keep it there. Unfortunately, this is now outside of the range of our city. Now we're now going backwards with food, and we need to get more food. So let's get the greenhouse. So we're now going to be just trying to catch up, just to keep the army coming along. Now we do actually have these. I can also now queue up one of these as well, which I will do. Yeah, they came further forward than what we anticipated. I don't know if I'm going to get through here either. We're in trouble here. Oh God, they're everywhere. Yeah, we really can't deal with this. So back we go. We've lost that unit, which is not good. Our hero unit is going to be fine. So she can go in and actually do a lot of damage in here. So I'm going to go and send her into this location and just start to wipe these out. But they're going to be coming after the main guy. It might be safer for us to leave him inside the city initially. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are just on the outside range of it. Now we get half of it done. Let's do the assassinate. So we'll just start to cut through them. Yeah, she's fine. Now we can kill that one off. 1, 2, 3. We don't get the benefit of that. And we'll just try to hold that position until we heal up. Got the next one coming, so we'll bring that one through. But look, I'm just going to have to clean them out, even though we don't get the benefit in here. Let's still just take it. So we'll get rid of this Acron remnant. So these are the creatures from the like when we had a look at the video, there was like these 4-armed, 2-legged creatures. This is them here. This is like the basic aliens that had invaded. Now we've got a level up. Grab that. These guys, I'm just going to keep them where they are. And we'll keep that unit back where he is as well until we clear these out. Order the units, and so he's just going to be, we're just going to skip him for now. End our turn. Good, 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 good. We can deal with this. So we're in the forest, and this is helping us out. Let's go and heal this one up. Awesome. They all get experience. They get a lot of experience. These are worth a fair bit. So this one here has lost... no, it hasn't lost any hit points at all. But its morale is dropping. Now we've still got 25 hit points. Still can't use the assassin just yet. Alright, that's good. It's now shaken, not stirred. Yeah, this one gives... I don't know what it does. Anyway, it's there's a sticky foam that we can use for the destroyers. Now we haven't come across ZEPHON yet. Yeah, we don't need that one. Orbital uplink. It's a human building. Engineers don't really need that one. I think we'll just keep on coming back. Yeah, that's a network splitter. I think we might go and get the Mind's Eye just to get the maximum range extended. Okay, so this is an interesting little fight that we've actually had through here, but we're doing fairly well. We did lose one unit, but that's it was fairly difficult. A difficult group. And she should be able to finish this one off pretty much. I won't bother with the with this assassination one. Done. That's good. Level ups all the way around. Let's claim all this territory so that we can bring it across. That's got the arc discharge. Oh, okay, yeah, we can deal with that one if we needed to. Ordering the cities. Got 4 more turns before that one comes in. Now we've got our food. Our energy is now going backwards a little bit, so let's just go and grab another energy building. Just got to keep on top of all this, all the build queues that we actually end up having. Okay, it should be safe enough for us to bring Landon out now. Now we do actually have the Ghost Walk, so it gives +1 movement. Oh, it doesn't really do much for us, does it? Yeah, no, that's okay. I'll just move it up here bit by bit. These rivers are really slowing us down a lot. Okay, that's going to be able to cover everything, so we'll get Landon from here now. Bring him forward. Like the enemy will target him. Like the AI is sort of geared to try to stop him from coming through. Now we've sort of had a bit of a look at everything else down this other side. I'm assuming we're going to be okay with the others, so let's just move this one across into here now. And we'll just keep on having a bit of a look and expanding. We certainly saw that there were some other units that were coming down this other side. Oh, hang on, here we go. We've got another call coming in. We'll just accept the call. What do you want? Okay, so you're not like the others, not judgmental, to recognise the difference. First step to recognise your place in the world. I'm still going to demand payment. Yeah, so we'll reject the piece and through here. Okay, we've now got the exterminator. It's got combat drones. The mind's eye is now completed. Pick up that location. We get there. Just influence. We know that there's more stuff in through this other side. So bring Landon down. Won't go too far. I just want to sort of expand. There's an advanced cyber cache. This will be protected by robots and things. Looks like we've got a volcano down this other side. The volcanoes are dangerous. They actually spew out into the areas around them. Yep, fire discovered. There we go. And yep, so we choose research now. So you can see we're getting through all the research a bit too easily. I wish that this was set on to slow mode rather than anything else. Lifestyle implants. This one here is for the Excelsior Marauder, which we haven't actually brought any of those in just yet. Exobiology, we don't really need that. Actually, that's not bad. We should have grabbed that one early. Let's go back and get these other things. We'll end our turn. Here they come. Did a bit of damage. At least we got rid of 2 of the units that were in there. Nope, they filled themselves up. And we've been concussed. Yeah, these are tricky. That'll kill them off. Now we've still got this unit. I want to bring this one back into the forest. Now, 1, 2, 3. We do get the benefit from there, so I'll take that. Even though we're outside of protection, it means that when we do the kill, they're all going to pick up the experience. That's done. Thanks for the super chat there, Lord Zon, saying I was wrong, Daz. So they are adding the 2070 scenario to Terra Invicta before launch. Oh, okay, cool. So I don't have to play it just yet then. There's too many other games coming out. I mean, it's sort of, I know that, like, for example, Solemn Infernum has been delayed a week, so I thought I'd be having that by now, which would have then, yeah, because as soon as that one hits, I'm going to be playing that one like crazy. I'm going to go and take this location. This is going to fix up our energy. Yep, so we're getting +3 energy there now at the moment. And you need to get to there. So we just one away, then he can come and do what he has to do. Now she is leveled up. We have to get her healed as well. Now we've got the evasion processor, gives her more evasion. Yeah, I'll take that one, so we can just sort of evade out of the way. I think getting a transport will be good. Perfect logistics has now been done as well. To give us a nice boost along to everything else that we're doing. In fact, if I had got that earlier, I wouldn't have needed to do a lot of the other things. Now she needs to heal up. heal that one up as well. Ah, there we go. At least we're level 3 now. We've got a little bit more than what we had there before. This is all weed all the way through, so we really need to bring this one back across the other side. We don't get to walk through the weed easily. Bring Landon in, so we now fulfill this quest. So, alien intelligence, you arrived and quickly dispatched the Akron forces before heading inside. The data vault is a matte monolith in the center of the Azad's shattered command deck. Landon grins like a child as he studies the device. He initiates the transfer, and a web-thin cracks erupt along the vault surface, bleeding harsh light into the dim room. He hands you the data slab afterwards, but leaves while you bury the dead Akron. You've got the data, but at what cost? Once you survive, you'll atone. For now, you head home. So we end up with plus 60 research, so I was hoping we'd get some sort of special thing. I haven't finished that one. He always gets killed before we can do anything. But we've got a lot of research now stored up, which is good, so we'll be able to sort of rattle through a bit more of that. Now, I can't really move far along the road here. This is the destroyers. And again, I don't know why this. I mean, I guess they do sort of show like the creature sort of with the hover vehicles. It's just sort of like it's all its insides and things. It is certainly cybernetic. Okay, so Lander reproduced the power plant, which is good. So we've got heaps of power now, and we've also produced the destroyers. So we can go and get more destroyers. We've got a fair bit there. I think what I'd prefer to do though is actually like save up a little bit. We're only getting +2. I think we'll save up. We'll keep what we've got. And what we'll do is we'll just get our chips up, and then once we actually build the next building, the next like where we can sort of start to get the vehicles, we'll then get one of those other big vehicles. Now the city itself, I'm going to put that onto sleep mode. We choose our research. Now this is a trait for this one, gives us even an extra research and chips. So we'll go for that one there and close that one off. We'll get that one immediately. Exit the city and end our turn. They've rallied. It's good if we get extra chips coming in, so one extra. Like as you play the game, the more you play it, the more you do feel like it's making a difference for you. It's not worth doing that. Let's just move back out of the way. They can move into there as well. She's still healing up. I'll let her heal up. Now we've got 8 of 12 population now in Landovery. This one across. Choose research. So the administration complex generates influence. That would be cool. Get plus 1.5 minerals on cliffs. Biomass generator, we don't need that. We get extra influence when we capture things. I don't think I'll worry about that one. Yeah, plus 1.5 food on the coast. Yeah, trade for construction yard. That's going to give us extra production. Don't really need it. Okay, we end up getting more research when we kill a neutral unit. We're still going to be doing a lot of that, but I don't think we'll worry about it. Midnight Chorus, this is all voice stuff. Yeah, okay, we use less minerals than the shoulder plate. Okay, let's grab that one there. Just get these fairly readily. So, oh, here we go. So Lord's on saying that Judge Dredd tomorrow the demo releases. Okay, I didn't know that actually. I used to love the comics. walk in. Now she's still got a little bit of hit points to pick up. Might move these out over this way a little bit. This one's ready to go as well. These hover across, if you have a look at what they can do. Hovering, can move over water, ignores the penalties of rivers and bleed. So this one can go across the bleed. Actually, that's useful. Order the cities. Again, we've got this one asleep at the moment. So what we want to do is we want to get the anti-grav assembler. Now, initially produces the Exousia Marauder, but if you have a look at the research, when did we get it? The Chayot Exterminator. Yeah, this one requires the anti-grav assembler as well. Let's go that way. Get another hero unit as well. So we want to go and get ourselves one of these anti-grav assemblers. And we'll end our turn there. Oh, we had a problem here. ZEPHON needs to close. I had this happen the other day as well. Anyway, let's go and reload it. I mean, it is a demo. It's sort of like an alpha. So anyway, we'll just go back in and continue. Hopefully we didn't lose too much. Fox was saying, "I cool, I never knew another demo was coming." Yeah, it's coming today or tomorrow, depending on where you are in the world. I'm not sure how many hours away it is. Hopefully this won't keep on crashing. Please don't crash. Just do the same thing and see if it crashes a second time. Just go down here again and just see if it's being a bit different. So far so good. I think it crashed immediately. Okay, we got through it. We got past it. Past whatever that one was. So Super Kitty Cat saying, is there a mist effect that makes everyone look brown? That not pleasant. It may be the time of day I've got it set to. I can change the timing. Let me just do that. Settings. So I've got the time of day set under video. I can make it a bit later in the day. So let's just make it say 35%. And close. Continue. There we go. A little bit more brighter. So depending on the time of day that you set it to. I'm glad that they at least gave that option. Now this one here, we've got two. This unit is now almost healed up. We picked up research. That's heaps of research we've now got. Oh, here we go. We've now met the Chiefess. Now the Chiefess is another one of the NPC factions. So saying, "G'day, dead meat. Enjoy fighting my boys. See while your saps are hiding in the tunnels and hobbit holes. We live through it up here. Changes you that death marches, plagues, massacre, starvation. These are the Reavers, I think. What I mean is, you seem nice, but I can't promise I won't ever stab you." Okay, we'll just click on OK. Now they're reserved. So I think that they're wanting to keep on going. They may offer peace. Do you want to waste more time? Let's go and actually offer the peace. So we'll just offer peace in through here. They may reject it. Yeah, nah, I didn't survive this long by listening to the week. We'll just say goodbye. So they're going to stay at war. So we must have come across them somewhere. I'm not sure where, but somehow we've been spotted by that group. So there's a few of these different groups around. If you press F1 and we have a look at the leaders. So this is where we go through. We've got the four that we're playing with, like the emulated mind, which is the one that we're playing with. The fallen soldier is the human affinity one. The furtive tribunal is the voice affinity, and then the heartless artificer, another cyber affinity. Then ZEPHON itself is the AI, the sort of the evil AI that is attacking everything, but will actually be fairly friendly with the emulated mind, and also with the heartless artificer. It sort of has a bit of an ability where it likes this one. So ZEPHON is sort of like, this is an AI, but doesn't mind the cyber factions. The chiefess is more human in her ability, so she will actually tend to fall in line with the fallen soldier. So they'll sort of then work together. And then so this is native. So she actually ends up nomadic life, extortive, raiders. So they use reavers, they hijack different things. And then we've got the anchorites, which we also have coming through here. These are native as well, but these are from the Akron. So these essentially are the Akron that have escaped. And so they're the different groups that you then end up coming across. So we've got three in the game. You've got three different NPC groups. And then you've got the actual playing groups as well. So there's a fair bit to like about the game. Cecil's saying it's a cool option having control of the day-night cycles. Talking about night cycles, snooze time for me, night all. So see you later, Cecil. It's old. It's like, which group did it? It was a game I really liked. Actually, what was it? Eardor, I think. It was the Eardor of the... when they were building the new versions of Eardor, they did it. And I hated these day-night cycles so much that they, and this is back before they released it, that they actually did put in a freeze to whatever daylight you actually preferred, which is good, because I don't like the cycles, to be honest. Anyway, we'll just close that one off. So we haven't come across ZEPHON yet, but we have come across at least those other two. There's not really much else down there that we can explore. We will have to go back up the top here and sort of deal with these, I think. So we'll start to sort of get our forces together. We've done enough. We'll pick up this cache. Pick up that cache. So we've just got the different units. We'll just go to order units. We'll end our turn. So we're saving up the chips so we can build these big vehicles as well. Now we've got a heap of minerals. Let's hover into there. I think I'll start to move these back out of these locations. I'm still healing up. That one's now fully healed. It's ultimately faster for her to move through there and then pick up the road at that stage. I do like these roads, I've got to say, a lot. Here we go. We can now pick up the Cryptal Archaea, a large mechanical hovering hero that's hard to repair. Now this one does use a fair bit of our chips. It's going to chew up half of the chips we have. God, I wish that this would show the actual 2.7, not just 3. There's space for it. I don't know why they don't put the decimal point in there. It would be more useful when you've got like smallish numbers like this. Yeah, actually we can't really afford to do that one just yet. I'll skip this. I'll just turn that one off for now as well. Now we've got the where's the one that we can go further afield? It's a cyclone. It's a human unit. Oh, urban sprawl. We need that one. And to turn there. Hi, Skedic. I don't know if I said hi before. I'll just look up the Judge Dredd one. I do enjoy Judge Dredd. It's funny, I saw the movie with a friend of mine, and he didn't grow up with Judge Dredd, but I did, and I loved it as a comic book when I was a kid. And so I actually really liked the movie, but he hated it. And it's one of those things where we tend to like the same sort of movies, but it was one of those things where we did actually have a very big difference of opinion with those. Yes, he's had a few as well that I thought was shockers that he loved. So anyway, he's sort of like, you know how you have friends that you tend to just, like we tend to go to the movies we used to go actually about it once a month, but with his work he can't actually do it at the moment. So we saw a lot of good movies, but yeah, Judge Dredd was the one that he always brings up as being a shockingly bad movie, but I thought it was good. This one's a bit extended, but it does have the movement. So we'll just start to move it out and bring it back in with the others. Get across the rivers, get onto that road. And then we'll get ready to take on the other. Okay, we're up to 9 of 12 order units. Go this way. And we'll start to come in now and take over. Oh, look at this. They're growing the bleed in around here themselves. So we might have to get ourselves an engineer unit just to pull the bleed down. Choose the research. Removes negative effect of bleed in your cities. Allows building placement of bleed. Yeah, so that's construction. Yeah, we don't want that. The engineers will get rid of the bleed for us. Orbital uplink. Yeah, let's get the engineers. Okay, what have we got there? That's an incandescent icon. Deals damage to adjacent enemy units each turn. That's useful. That's now all 6 of her slots now full. Let's start to creep on up. Move these in. By the time we sort of come back up, we'll end up having we'll be getting close to getting the vehicles essentially that we want. What units? This one doesn't get slowed down by the rivers. We're up to 48, which is good. I do need to sort of just store the chips up a little bit so we can then go and buy a couple of vehicles. So Super Kitty Cat saying this game UI needs a bit of polishing. It's a little bit, but it's not too bad. Here's the Anchorite. They're wanting to be friendly. They're ambivalent. Payment. Yep, so we're not going to... Yep, that's not going to worry about them. Just stay at war. Okay, so the most research is now complete on this one through here. Close that one. Yeah, that one's done as well. Until that's where we want to be moving into. Claim this, but we'll move the bleed out of the way. So here we go, the anti-grav assembler. We have this one that's just going to take 7 turns. That one's 6 turns. And yeah, this one here, I think we'll grab this one. Large mechanical hover vehicle with good ranged combat abilities and deployable combat drones. Sounds interesting. So we'll grab one of those. Actually 8 turns it is for that one. That's used up a lot of the points. And this one here is going to cost me 20 as well. And so I do want to grab this as well. This one allows me then to have cargo, so we can actually have the infantry sort of coming in off that particular vehicle. So I will queue that one up now, maybe. Yeah, let's just queue them both up. Okay, so that's the city. We need to build something else. Yeah, let's just get that one queued up as well. Now, I don't really want to give them any sort of early warning that we're coming. Just move that one up onto the rivers. Let's just stay back here for now. Just skip our turn. That one doesn't get the benefit of the road because it's a hover vehicle. So forests do slow this one down, even with the road running through it. Engineers, that's good. Pharmaceuticals. So amidst the wreckage of I would turn off the quests actually in future. I think amidst the wreckage of the stranded tanker ship, you find suspicious styrofoam packaging. Burn the drugs. Let's burn them. Yep, applies lawful. We get +1 loyalty. That's good. Yeah, these have slowed us down quite a bit. In fact, if we just go back in and have another look, the engineers, we build them in here. So I'm going to grab them next because we will need them. Yeah, they've blocked all this right in here, so we do need to break our way through. Let's just grab this. Might as well get that one now. Choose research. So we can now go across to this final, this is a final bastion. +6 loyalty, that's actually good. Grab that one. And our turn again. Here they come. Now I've almost destroyed them. There's more of them coming. One got killed. Now this one here, we've got the assassin. I can bring one of them out to help. I think what I'm better off doing is just queuing everyone up and then coming out afterwards. Just leave that one where it is. So we'll skip that unit and we'll heal this unit up. Okay, oh, here we go. We've got the big gun. Bring this one up. Yeah, we don't get to kill it as such. So I think I'll just leave it where it is. We'll skip this unit and wait for the others to come in, and then we'll sort of finish them off using this sort of cover for a little while. Yeah, here they come. So we'll sort of finish off their units as much as possible. Okay, wrong one. Should have gone for the other one. And she's doing fine in here. Oh, here we go. We may have to be a bit careful with her. That one can't see it. Yeah, can't, so it can't actually see what it's doing. This one is shaken. Now, if I move up too early, I think I'm still going to sit back in here. She can certainly cater for all this stuff. Let's just skip the turns in through here just at the moment, until we've got a bit more coming. We're still 4 turns away before we get the exterminator, and 5 turns before we get the engineers. She can still hold on a lot further than what she is. Here they come. Yeah, there's more and more coming. She's not even down to 50% yet. Alright, now we're starting to see things, and I've got to be careful. This one's only got 18 health, and so I really don't want to expose these. Let's just heal her up a little bit. Although we do really have now the option to move up. There's going to be reaction though. Well, we've got the cannon. Let's just shoot the big cannon to start with. Then we really do have a lot. So let's move this one up. Let's get rid of another 2. Get rid of 2 there. There's the other one. It's going to get reaction back in. Uh-oh. It's going to hurt. Now, we don't have the ability with these to heal up like the others do. Yeah, so unfortunately there's a lot of them, and there's even more over here as well. Actually, that's a different group. That's Reavers. They're a different faction than what this is. All right. Move that one up. So now we're sort of in the middle of this. And we have the big cannon again. Nope, that's been used. We may have to run back. That gets rid of all of them. It's a good start. And we can kill that one off. We've still got slightly over 50%, but only slight. Okay, we've got to level up over through here as well. We'll go with the assassinate, next level of assassination through there. Don't know why that's obscured. It's got a fog. I think it's been applied by the others. Come on, survive. One more and we're in trouble. Okay, we live. We're down to 0.9 hit points. Let's get out of there. Now, we do... this fog. What does a fog do? Just go to F1, have a bit of a look. Choose not traits, it's features. Nope, it's not there. What else would it be? Maybe buildings, items. Maybe it is traits. Fire, not fog. Not seeing the fog there. I'm not sure if what the fog is. God, there's a lot of stuff in this. There's so much stuff when you look at it. Like it's just heaps and heaps. It's great. It's so much more detail than Gladius. So, hi, Witch Hunter saying, for not a Gladius reskin, it's still just as ugly. Good morning. And Ed was saying, looks like someone Control-C, Control-V Gladius. That's not actually what's going on. Like, it's actually, there's a lot more going on. Now, this is the fog in here. Okay, we end up with less movement. It says +1 movement cost. We have less sight. We do get plus 33% covered damage reduction. Okay, and deals damage each turn as well. So it does do damage to the units. In that case, she's going to be stuck there. Let's move out of the fog in that case. I don't know where the fog's coming from. Need her to heal up. I'll have to keep this one back there. Wait a turn. Now we have the cannon. Can fire at one of these. So we'll keep on with the attrition is worked out very, very well for us in here. And the fact that we've been able to bring this one back away as well has been awesome. I really thought we were going to lose that one. I didn't want to. We'll still try to get back, but the fog is going to slow us down as we come through. We're going to have the ability to manipulate that and maneuver it. Let's just get back inside the city. And then we'll start to heal up. What are units? Just going to keep that one there. Actually, that's not the best spot. Maybe there, I think. And we'll just heal up in here. Choosing research. Okay, so we've got the accelerated gestation. This is gives +1 growth. We don't need that. That's a voice unit. These are cyber units. Let's go and grab that one. So we can, unfortunately, we can't go much beyond the units we're now picking up. We'll see how we go. Oh, here we go. The anchorite. What do you want? What do you want? Accept peace. No. We've now on the. I might block the calls there. Okay, we've now got the final bastion. So we get the extra loyalty. That's going to be helpful for the city. I'm not really focusing much on the city. Sort of letting things just develop as it goes. Here we go. We've now got this thing which is a hovering unit, I think. Yep, large but hovering. This has got good armour. Now we're back up to 30 chips again. And we were going to now go and get another one of these. I won't sort of build anything. I might get myself another Malachim destroyer. There are 20 chips. Yeah, let's go and grab those. We'll have to go and get more chips from what we're doing as well. We're going to get the engineer next turn. Order units. Now move that away from where the fog is. So the fog must just be a random thing that comes in. We'll skip this unit, skip that unit, and this one's still healing up nicely. Then we'll start to get the hover units and bring the units across the into this other zone. Although we'll bring the engineer up as well, just to sort of clear all that out. And then this one will start to heal up as well. Chiefess is angry. There's a world out there to rob and kill. Okay, we'll close that one off. Reduce the engineers now. What we'll do is we'll just move it up. It's going to give me a little while before we need to do it. I'll just move it into here. And with this one, I'll just go and tell it to terraform. Actually, maybe the road would be the most useful. So let's just start to bring it up through this zone so we can sort of very quickly move up into this new area. Not sure what else it wants us to do there. What are units? I'm not going to rush this one out. Just keep it in behind the bleed until we get this one healed up. Order cities. So 5 more turns we get that one, 5 more we get this one as well, the other destroyer. This one will start to heal up nicely. So this unit in through here, we want to get more chips. The food is going backwards a bit. Now we can get tech to change that. So rather than build the food, so loyalty is actually okay. Growth. We've got 2 more slots there. So we're going to need to get more population. We're only using 7 of the population that we have though, so we don't really need much more than that. So generating the chips, I'll do that here. And then we'll end our turn. Here they come. This is a good start. There we go. Destroyed it. This is awesome. And hardly anything coming. Here we come. These aren't going to hurt that much. Only 1.7. Who cares? All right. So a new wave of coming. They're only tech level 1. So we do 4.8. We can do a lot of damage with this. So we'll just go and smash this. Okay, we're slightly off in through here. We'll just heal that one up. Get rid of that one. That's leveling up nicely. And there may still be another range of, like another group of units coming in behind. So let's just stick with this one so we can get a bit of Overwatch. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that, damn it. In that case, we'll ditch this one so we don't end up in the bleed. Is it too late? No, it's not too late. Okay, didn't mean to do that at all. Actually, it was an undo. There we go, that's what we want. So we're getting more of these remnants. They do good damage against the these other smaller units. Again, it's quite interesting, like just how different it is to play with this city with its long-range weapon. It's not bad at all. Yeah, we're going to go and build the road up this way. Just keep that one coming, then across the rivers as well. That's good. This one can heal up. So we'll just keep on watching what's going on here, and when we get these other destroyers done, so they're coming in 3 turns, and then we can at least then go across the wireweed with some units. So we'll skip the units that are there. Just keep the overwatch happening. It's quite effective. Iranian Stalkers. Yeah, we're getting more chips now, which is good. This one is close to healing up properly. 2 more turns and we get the transport as well as the destroyers. Now let's just go and keep on building roads. That's good. And then we can just keep on extending out across. Just skip all these units for now. All of the cities, because we actually are doing great attrition through there. That's actually working very, very well for us. Now, habitation. We're still doing it. It doesn't matter if we run out of population here at this stage. But this slot in through here. Food is going backwards. I better correct that, I guess. Actually, we've got the research. Let's just do the research first. Gives us growth, which we don't want. Data hack. I thought there was another one. I thought there was something we could get that would give us food, sort of by default. Yeah, there it is. Let's go that way. So we'll get that one established. And so that way we can just keep on building other things. So let's go with the anti-grav assembler. Bring that one up. We'll keep on getting more vehicles. Okay, these are now ready. And takes it into there. I think I'm going to wait for one more. Like if we've got one more turn, then we pick up the other bits and pieces from in here. So we'll just skip these units again. Sort of hoping that they will come through again. And that we won't have to sort of fight our way through. But it's interesting that they've built up all of this bleed in around their city. That's sort of interesting. Again, it's different. It certainly feels different. Now, if I move into there, it sort of attracts the attention. But I think I might do it. Actually, no, it's still not quite ready. Another one of these coming. Let's just move it up to there. Just get everything ready. With that one there, we'll just clear out the clear the tiles, get rid of the weed. And we will have to get some of these hover vehicles across. I don't know if we can move that one into there. Actually, should have checked it. I don't know if they count as cargo. Are they big? They're hovering. Assault transport allows transport of non-large units. Yeah, that's large. That one's not though. So we should be able to transport that if we wanted to, but we don't need to. We need to do that with our other units. What are units? Yeah, so I can actually bring this one back. So let's just go and do that. I'll keep the others where they are. Again, we can now make use of the road system that we've just built and move in quickly. Skip these units. Okay, we can now go and get these stalkers as well, mechanical sniper infantry. Let's go and grab one of those. And we'll choose the combat drones. Yeah, let's go with that one. Exit the city and end the turn. So you can sort of like it's been interesting, even with what we've got here at the moment. You know, like with everything sort of going on, it has been pretty cool. It's just we've still got like 60% of the of areas that we can sort of then bring back into it. But it doesn't feel like it's got the mechanics of Gladius without it feeling like Gladius, because it is a much better version, like heaps better. So I'm going to now start to move across. We'll just take it easy. That one can move into the middle there. Let's move that one to there. That will come through. And let's kill this off. Oops, hang on. Wipe out that weed. Bring her around. Now I can bring this one close-ish. It does have a bit of... I don't think we're going to see much that we have to deal with in here. So I can bring the cargo out if I wanted to, but I'm not going to just yet. We're going to keep that one on board. Okay, so we'll skip that unit. Skip all of these. Okay, so we've got units that can now hover across everything. Now we've still got this cannon, which can hit this one now with the extended range. It's going to make this one a lot weaker. It's now shaken as well. So we need to smash our way through here as well, ultimately. Yeah, this is so much more involved than Gladius was, which is very cool. We've been playing for nearly 3 hours now, and it's the progression has felt really good. Now we've got rivers where we have to keep on. I think we'll still just keep on building roads up in this case. And we won't rush it. We're just going to slowly move in. Done a bit of damage. Now this city that we see through here has got a only a range of 2 with the subjugator. At least we can see where the city is. I think it's because we're on a hill. See how we've got a bit of a hill there? I think that gives us the range. We're on a cliff or a wasteland, because we weren't seeing it before. That one should still be close enough. Yeah, we can hit either one of these, but we want to take this one out. Again, we don't want to use this just yet. There's the fog again. So I've got to deal with the fog. We'll just keep that where that is in that case. I like that it's also cycling through the units that we can then use in through this other side. I'm going to leave that one back. Yeah, that's going to move within... We are technically within 2, but I don't think it can see us properly. Yeah, that one can't yet. Let's use this on this one. Now we're going to have to use other forces here to break in. Now we've got the fog through here again as well, so I'm going to move this one back out of the fog and heal up. That's a pretty big attack. We don't get the kill there. I'm going to need to. Right, let's clear this out. We're going to have to use these engineers. They've only got 12 hit points. Okay, that kills those off. I think we've now cleared out all of their actual units. Does that one go up any more? Yeah, we've got one more hit point with that one. Now, I've got to also be careful here because we know that there was other units floating around in this other zone. Now, they may have been killing off each other here. That may be an option, but I think we'll just stay back in through here and just let things sort of sit. This fog is creeping across. Let's just skip that unit. Skip the units that are on board there. Skip that one as well. How are we going in here? We can't afford those. Still got 4 more turns before we get that one. I love that they've put these sorts of things in as well, like these sort of AI controlled areas where they've, you know, they're different to the actual players. Can heal up. Well, we're not going to be able to do much in here, so because of the fog. Let's move this one up. We can move it into the fog, into the bleed. I sort of feel like I should stay back a little bit until we sort of clear out a lot of this territory. Just open things up, and I'll still build roads so we can still get units moving into these zones. Yeah, there's nothing much down this way. That's the units inside. I'll still keep them on board, although I could pick that up. Yeah, maybe we'll just take one of these out. Okay, a Loka. What's this one? Select hero unit before claiming it. Plus 25% hit points, maximum hit points. Okay, that's all right. Get back on board. That's actually quite useful, having these. It does have a missile pod, range 2. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not terrible. Let's move these back. Just move these out of the way for a little while and just allow it so that we can then bring something in to attract the attention of it at some point. That's unexplored. We should have a look at that one as well. These units, I'll just keep it back there again. The city can now build something else again as well. Yeah, we can build another one of these if we needed to. I think I want to get one of these though for another 30. So I think we'll go and grab ourselves. We could get the habitation block. Yeah, we've sort of now hit our maximum. But does that matter? Not really. I think we're okay with at the moment with all of this. So let's just go across and build another one of the cryofabricators. What else was there in the city that we had to do? Everything else is done. There's nothing else we can actually claim. There's no one's come into any of these areas that we had before. Now, this is the Hasheret Exchange. Grants access to the rare cyber items at the Concordat. Now, we don't really have enough to be able to pay for those. Anyway, we don't want the growth. I might just get AI rights in case we do come across ZEPHON. I'm going to bring this unit up. Yeah, we can get into there, and then we can start to attack properly with those. Now, if I move this one in, we're going to get smashed. Let's allow it to hit this. Actually, that one's still not quite healed up. If I move into there, I do want to clear all this stuff out. I could go into the fog. It's going to make it harder for it to hit me. You know, I think I'll actually just go back to building roads. Oh, we already had a road. We already had a road built there. I didn't realise, so I could have just stayed there and kept on building through the rivers. I really like this road building, actually. That's such a good addition. What are units? Just wait. Okay, there's more over there. Missiles, and that's within 2, unfortunately, so I'll just move this one back. Another one down, that's good. I'll just leave it until we've got enough for that one. So I'll skip the city and end the turn. So we lost 3.7. Yeah, it's going to take a bit of time to clear this one out. Let's surround it. We've got good health on these at level 4. Hardly any damage. A little bit more there. Yeah, I don't think their armor piercing is very good at all. Yeah, it's only got 1 armor piercing. These have got 4 armor piercing, so these are better. It should have other targets. It shouldn't be picking on this one. So we'll get rid of the bleed as we go. So that's fairly useful. It's much more important to get rid of this than it was in Gladius. Again, it is quite different, I've got to say, in a good way. Now this one is ready. Yep. Now we do have the combat drones. It's used up the action points. It's going to take quite some time to pull the city down, but we'll get there. In the meantime, it will be building units as well. I could go after them. Well, that's okay. We're still okay. We've done it. Like, we can just go off and get them healed up. And I'm happy enough for them to come back and just keep on building more roads, to be honest. I think there's a grenade I can get for these guys. I think with the humans there definitely is. Oh, we're whittling it down. It's better. These guys do a good job against it. 1.9 there. 6.3 with those. That's pretty good. Yeah, it'll take a few turns, but we'll get there. Here we go, the sniper can now walk along the road. Yeah, I wouldn't mind just a little bit more movement on the road, to be honest. Okay, what are the cities? Right, so we still can't get this one. This one's another 30. Let's keep that one locked away. Yeah, we're getting still a few turns away before we can pick up another one of these. But we're getting close. Go that way. There we another group. Now, the combination of both of those together makes that a little bit trickier. Let's just move that one out of the way. Build the road. It gets across all of these rivers, which does allow us to do a lot more. And then this is a range 3, only 2 armor piercing though. These don't have a hell of a lot of armor, I don't think. They've got 2, so these are not as effective. I'll just keep on working on this. Cities are certainly harder to bring down than in Gladius, which is interesting. I'll take one more of the units out. That gets it under 50%. Again, I can build one of those, but I've just got one of these as well. Try another tile. Get a 3. Oh, there's a 3 with just basic stuff. I'll just grab that one. Okay. Yeah, it's that one there. It's what it wants to be building. So we'll just skip the city, end our turn. Bit of damage done there. Okay, we're not seeing. Oh, there's another area through there. That's one thing that they control as well. You'd see the border. Unfortunately, we can't get across. Might pop those on board. That way we can sort of zip off next turn. Quite useful having these transports. Yeah, it's just a sniper. I'll leave it back where it is. Okay, order units. You need to heal up. These actually now need to heal up as well. Take the city, because next turn we'll have the city under our control. Well, not under our control, we'll have destroyed it. Order cities back in through here again. Oh, here we go, we can now pick up this one. Let's do it. There we go, this brings the city down. Now that still stays green because they've still got another city on the map. They'll have 2 of them. That gets rid of them as well. Nice, that is nice. Okay, so we can just go and take this advanced cyber cache. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Got ourselves a path cutter now as well. So reduces movement cost of forests and ruins and gives +3 extra movement. That would be pretty good for her. I don't know what I would want to get rid of. Extra armor, accuracy. Apply stunned. Extra damage and extra armor penetration. It's all good. It gives me extra hit points. I think the accuracy. Let's right click and move that one off. Let's grab this one here. Throw that one in there. Now she's leveled up. Get that one and get her to heal herself up. They're all healing. They're all in the middle of healing up, so that's all okay. Okay, order units. Get that one to heal up as well. And we'll skip the unit that's on there. Order cities. I've got to say, the more you play this, the better the game gets. It is really quite cool, the way it does actually work. Now we've picked up this unit where we've got 3 build slots. We need to pick up the building that actually enhances that. Might get the cyber printer as well. I know I could have done better by moving it somewhere else, but that's okay. So we do actually, let's go and grab the building that does give us the administration complex. So we'll grab that one there because we do need to get on top of this influence. Yeah, they've simplified some things that are good, with the simplification, and they've made other things, a bit more intricate, a bit more involved, which sort of makes it more immersive, which I really quite like. So it's just literally the backstory and understanding what's going on is the biggest issue with this. Yeah, that was the bleed causing damage there, I think. Pick that one up. These are only got I think these had a life. They didn't have very long to live, but maybe they were okay. We don't need to see what's on the water over there. There's nothing else. Now we can get onto the water in here with this unit. Let's move this one around. Yeah, we still need to get roads built all the way across here as well. And maybe even another engineer. Oh, here we go. We've got the yellow. So this is Tristan. Now this is an actual player. So, and that's the human player, I think. Oh no, it's the chief there. It's Furious. Yeah, you're standing with the chief that says decreased because of trapped. I'm not sure what that means. Yeah, it is Tristan. Here we go. So that's he's ambivalent, fallen soldier. So he is one of the other players. So no time for niceties, not while our men are in combat. I'm Tristan. Those who stand by me, I do not know the right by them, but I will always shield them. but those who stand against me, we have wars to fight, monsters to kill, and miles to go before we sleep. So please stop this. We don't need to do this. We're better than this. So we've got accept peace. Yes, I never wanted war. Just wanted to be left in peace. Reject peace. So we do actually have peace that we can do through here. Now we don't have anywhere else. I don't know where he is, and I'm sort of happy with where we are, to be honest. I think we could sort of just keep on rolling forward. So I'm going to demand payment here again as well. I can't pay you. Okay, in that case we'll reject peace. We can always come back to it if we needed to. I don't know where yellow is. We haven't seen them. We may have to... oh, there we go. There they are, down there. So they're in the south. Well, we've cleaned out this other area. So I think what we can do is we can start to move back in that case, or move south with our floating units. Okay, what else do we want? Yeah, I wish we could keep on going with the tech. Oh, might as well grab that one. There's nothing much we really need at this stage. That one's almost done. Hover across. Just keep on taking these sorts of zones. Now she's ready to go back. Bring these back. Everyone's pretty much done. Yes, one more turn. I'm going to queue up one of these as well, because these are going to be really handy, these marauders, with the groups that we actually have. That means we're going to be able to attack across the water. We have to find a way through. There's no easy way through here. There's cliffs all the way down. That's interesting as well. Just the even the map creation with that massive cliff is quite fascinating, except for that little gap in there. So there's a massive choke points through here, and again we don't have access to flying units, so we're not going to be able to have like we've only got hover units at this stage. Yeah, so I think we'll have to start to come back down this other side. Again, we just need to keep on healing this one up. It's one of these tricky ones where I do want to see what's out here. We can certainly get across onto there, since it takes us in close to where they are. But are we going to find an angle that's going to work for us? I don't know. Some Reavers. It's sort of a bit risky coming up this way with these. So I think we'll move away. We probably don't really need the roads built up this way anymore, or the bleed. That's all okay, I think. So when this thing's ready, we'll bring this one back a little bit. Do we get an angle on that one? I don't think we do. Yes, we do. There. Ah, no, it means we're going to have to go back up the top. Let's just continue over. That's interesting. Cliffs all the way around. In that case, it looks like we can get onto the water there. But I think we'll actually just bring this one back. Now, anchorite, we'll accept this one. So this is we've got a second city. We'll accept peace in this instance. So let's just go and do that one because we've now gotten rid of the threat. Research completed. Yeah, it's very rudimentary, the diplomacy, but it's still better than nothing, which is what we had in Gladius. Performance broadcasts. So we've got, I'll close that one off. Economic bubble. Okay, it's not quite, here we go. I actually would turn these off, I think, if we had the option. So, yeah, this would be in the advanced areas. You don't have really control. So it's not quite tulip bulbs and GME stocks, but your citizens seem to have gotten slightly addled by and addicted to trading and gambling. Aside from the resulting rentier class that does little to no work except risking other people's savings, your advisors are worried that this is going to exacerbate existing social tensions as inequality increases rapidly. Whatever you do, the bubble might burst any moment, but this is a good chance to introduce reforms. So state control in times of survival, states always fall back on planning. We are cybernetic, that would be good. Mixed system. I think we'll do state control. Yeah, we lose a bit of influence, but we gain loyalty. There we go. That's all right. Yeah, they're going to drive me a bit nuts, I think, all of those different things. Bring the assassin down. Yeah, I think this is a better way for us to go, ultimately. Just keep them off the side. Yeah, these roads, actually, these are good. Actually, I don't think I would change what the roads do. It's very, very handy being able to get across things like this. Yeah, it's very good. Okay, they're now cooperative. Let us rebuild. Okay, so accept trade agreement. We'll do this one. Actually, so Tristan, the fallen soldier, has instigated this one. So he's trying to sort of get us to work together. It's done. That's our engineers. I want to get rid of the wireweed from in around the potential where the city will go. Just get rid of those. What is that? That's D. I've got to remember to push D when I finish them. I like the pause they've got there as well. So when you are used to the keyboard shortcuts, I think it's there so that you can just interrupt it and allow it to do whatever it wants to do. that one across. Seen roads up through there as well. Choose research. Okay, that changes it for the anchorite. It's a voice unit. That's for the chiefess. That's actually a large flying mechanical hero, which we've already got our own hero. Get sticky form. I don't know what that one does. But I think we've sort of played probably enough of this now to have a good feel. Looks like yeah, that's one of their commander heroes. Okay, that's level 3. Now we'll need to get more units back in here. Through. But that area there as well. We're going to need to clear out some of we'll build even more roads, but let's just clear this out first. Just press D. Yep, that works. D and then E. Okay, that sort of clears out where we can then build with the city, so the city can just keep on building up. Order units. Actually, that was a skip, I think. Yep, we can still hit that one. The animation looks good. I don't think we're going to be able to get on here easily. Oh God, do I come back or do I keep on going? I think I'll keep on going. Order cities, right? So we've got this one now. Where are we struggling? We needed to get one of the administration complexes. We need to get a few of those actually. Okay, exit the city, end our turn. Yeah, so just the commander is like the basic hero for the humans. Running off. Let's get ready to come forward. Move that one across. Just get rid of the bleed everywhere. It's interesting. Interesting water location with all these cliffs with very limited access. So I quite like this actually. Makes it quite interesting for the hover units. I love this as well. Just the like the volcano is not just a single tile. It actually really is impacting everything around it. Now they've got this as well, so we can actually start to come back in if we have to. We're almost ready to go, you know. Let's start building the roads across these rivers, because we need access across these units. Still got to heal up. This one still has to heal up as well. Got to keep on building these roads though. I don't know if it's worth pursuing this one. I think we'll just move back out of here and just wait until we sort of find something else across this other side. Yeah, we'll just go right back to the start again. Okay, the anchorites, here they come, here they come. So we now have the Battle of Attrition. And we're just going to see some interesting units in here as well. So we're going to need to take hold of this area. Let's just move on up. And we'll just keep on sort of building our road network across. Because I think we've got a bit of an advantage in here. We've got a few units that we have to look after. These actually have got healing, so they actually self-heal. They get +2 hit points per turn, so we do need to focus on getting rid of these. This is a Valkyria. This is one of their hero units, I think. And what's this one here? It's a Dark Vasile. I think that's actually like a hero from the what is it? The Voice. So they've actually brought one of those in as well. Okay, so we've got to get rid of all of these. Sniper can still sort of work fairly well against those militants. It works very well against that one there. That one's going to have to go back for healing. We can move that one back to there. That will help. Now they're not going to have the same protection against this unit, so I'm going to move this unit into the forest. And And then she can do an assassination on this one. That'll kill that one off. Part of the attrition going in, that's good. Now these are these also have to come back out for healing. Ooh, there's a lot. Now that's just one of their outriders. Now we've got the basics in through here. If we go and hit this one, the Valkyria, I can kill off that one, the militant, straight away. Move that one up. I can then do a an attack against this. Then we should be able to bring these out into this sort of zone. Oh, here we go. I'm going to get some reaction shots, but we're in the forest at least, which will protect us a little bit. Yeah, it's reasonable. Yeah, all three of these are got the same sort of deal. Let's leave that one where that is. Bring this one up. Just take that one on. So that one is coming down. We don't want to get too close with this. Not yet, anyway. Oops, it was the wrong one anyway. Let's go back on. Move that one across. It's getting intricate. The game is getting intricate and interesting, the way it sort of is working. Again, I wouldn't mind another one of these chaotic exterminators. Yes, we'll get there eventually. I'm going to put that one into sleep mode for now. So choosing research again. Look, I don't need it actually. I just don't need this stuff. Exit the city and end the turn. Yeah, they're going to run away for a little bit. So we want to be claiming the territory that is going to give us the most advantage, which is going to be along here. It's level 5 versus level 5. Been crippled. Let's get that one back on board. That's interesting. There's another one in through here, another Reaver unit, which is sort of in the middle of nowhere. I think they must be they must have peace with each other. Because, yeah, the anchorites, I'll just accept this. Consider peace with a third party. Far from our world, we demand other things that are unwise. So, doesn't say exactly who that is. Look, I'll go and click on yes with that one. So Tristan the Fallen Soldier, accept peace. So this is sort of interesting again. It allows us to start to sort of form areas. If we just go that way, so we'll offer alliance. We've got map sharing. We can do that one. Yeah, they won't do that one. Offer alliance. They won't do that either. Anyway, it's pretty reasonable what we actually have through here, and I've really got to get going. But this has been I guess a pretty good. Here we go. Look, I can't honestly do that. So let's find a way of splitting this for me and mine. So no, we'll reject the deal. So in that case, the other party is trying to make us go to be friends, but it's just not working for either one of us, which is pretty cool the way it does actually then go and work. Grants access to the rare site. Yeah, okay, that's fine. We've got that one now. I don't know what gets stuck. Like it's actually it was the second one that we got, not the first one. Well, I think I might leave it here, guys. So I think that gives a pretty good rundown of the game, and you can see in the demo there's a lot of gameplay. Like we've been playing for 3.5 hours, and we're not even a quarter of the way through the map, or maybe we've got a quarter of it. But there's an awful lot to still keep on playing. We've looked at diplomacy, we looked at the road systems, looked at the different sorts of units. We only have like a small percentage of the units available to us. So in the full game, there's going to be a lot more that we can then go and do. Things are certainly a lot more fleshed out. When we have a look at the compendium, there's just heaps in here. Like there's heaps more than in Gladius. Like just heaps and heaps more. So it just goes on and on with all sorts of stuff. One thing I don't like with this is in the units, it's not split into the different groups. They need to filter that one out better. But you can see there's stuff that we don't have access to yet. All these question mark things aren't in it. But there's going to be a lot, actually. This is going to be pretty damn cool. Different buildings as well. Again, they haven't sorted it by the various groups as such. Yeah, I'm not sure how they're going to do that, but they will need to do that one in the compendium. Yeah, features and things. It's very, very, very well done. All of these leaders are available. We've come across actually, we haven't come across the other playable ones. We've come across the Fallen Soldier, but we didn't find the Heartless Artificer or the Furtive Tribunal. But the others, we didn't come across ZEPHON either. So ZEPHON, it's a bit unfortunate. We would have, if we had found ZEPHON playing as a cyber, like with the cyber group, as the emulated mind, this one, ZEPHON, would have been friendly with us. So it's actually fairly cool. Guy Bellamy saying a nice run through. Yeah, I think this one, I couldn't do this in an hour. Like there's too much to see in the actual game itself. So I wanted to do an extended run, but I think this is enough to sort of be able to see what's going on. What I'll do is I will save it just in case I feel like coming back, but I don't think I will, because it is interesting where we are. Just go and do this one, Daz02 or something. Daz YouTube. We'll save, just in case, because one thing I do want to do is actually surrender, so we can then sort of see what's going on. Now, one thing I can't show, what I might do is I might just continue. I'm just going to go to a part of the map, zoomed out, where we can hopefully see a little bit. So let's just go back over into here somewhere. And we'll just, we'll surrender now. I wish you could zoom around after you surrender. There we are. So we're seeing more yellow back over this other side. So this is actually, this is interesting. Actually, yellow's a lot, they extended a fair way. So this is what's actually happened through here. So we got pretty close to one of the other players. Like we got very close to where they were. There's the ZEPHON city. So one of the other ZEPHON cities must have been destroyed. They've got two cities down through this other side. That's the other Akron group that we had destroyed their city from over in here. So that's the other city that they had. There's the Chiefess city. So we got very close to finding that. So we're very, very close onto the edge of that city as well. And then we've got there's two of the yellow cities, two of Tristan cities. So the three players are still in through here as such. We've extended pretty well, but you can see that they control a lot in through this other area. This would be fun to keep on playing, actually, looking at what this has got. So unfortunately, I can't zip around. It won't let me actually have a look at stuff. But that's the other city back in through there, with all of their different groups. But it's a good game. It's really, really cool, and this demo is really, really playable. Like it's you can't sort of turn things on or off as such, but it's but I really like what they've done with this. Like it's pretty damn good. Anyway, I will leave it there, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll be back on Twitch again tomorrow. So, but I will leave this run through at this stage, and I think that gives, as I say, a pretty good run of the actual game. Again, the big problem for me is the fact that you just don't really understand the backstory when you're playing it, and I wish that they did a better job of that. But other than that,